have no idea how long to give it before I get into this one, because at least normally we're waiting on other people. Now we're just waiting on me babbling about a new thing that Wizards has done. So everybody just bear with me as I try to find a way to vamp for the 30 minutes necessary to figure out what I want to say. Oh, and how are we going to do... I mean, I guess we can just, like, stop watching during an ad break and do, like, smasher passes or something. Okay, I'm going to go to YouTube, set up that stream. No, it's not made for kid. What's up, E. Sutton? Welcome back to the stream. Weed indeed, my friend. What's up, Jonah? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream, buddy. So... I made this slide in the 15 seconds before I went live, and now I realized that it might have been a little sparse on details, but weekly, like Magic of the Gathering did a stream where they dropped a bunch of Aetherdrift spoilers, and so we are doing bullshit reaction content. We're going to look at that stream, and we're going to see how good the new set is. What's up, Bobby? Jane, we better not be doing surprise tech support. Ilian, thank you very much. What's up, Robo Achilles? I think if you look at this image and you think anything but this seems cool, you're probably objectively wrong about a lot of things in life. I don't know how embittered of a person you have to be to look at this and go, yeah, that's not dope as fuck. I think you could look at this and be like, what the fuck is Magic doing? You could definitely have that emotion. This is raw as hell. Shadow Walker, thank you for the tier 1 Twitch sub for the 12th month in a row. You have made it 1 year with me, bestie. Welcome back to the dog home. Bearjar, I did not see how cold it is. Barefoot. There are two ways to get your deck roasted. The first way is through Patreon. If you are a member of the $25 or $50 tier, you have an opportunity to sign up first come, first served for 30 deck roasting slots that get published at the beginning of the month. If you don't get one of those, you don't get a roast, though, and I keep your motherfucking $25. I want to be very clear about that. So the Patreon is mostly about supporting me, and you may be able to get deck roasted if you have quick little fingies. If you only want a deck roast, we sell 18 a month for $25 each on Ko-Fi. Those get published the first Sunday of every month at noon Pacific time. And if you don't get one, you don't lose any money because you weren't able to purchase one. It is a shop with a limited stock. Those are the two ways. Bobby, I've seen very sparse spoilers. I don't really know what's going on with the set other than this is universes beyond Mario Kart. Unironically, I really recommend the story. It has no reason to be this good for the fucking Mario Kart set. I mean, is it good or does it just have, like, vibes? I feel like this set just has a lot of... Who's that one director that really uses all the slow-mo? Like, Snyder? I feel like the story for this set is just going to be all Snyder cut, where it's just a bunch of characters we really like Chandra, pulling their goggles down dramatically and saying a hard line. Is that the good story that's in the room with us right now? Or is there like actual character arcs? They made Blahaj canon? What the fuck is Blahaj? Robo Achilles, in terms of direct support, the best way you can support me is to subscribe, is to like give me money on Ko-Fi or watch my Twitch channel, watch my YouTube video. Blahaj is the IKEA shark and a trans icon. Surprised you don't know Blahaj, Mauled. You give egg vibes. You are an insane motherfucker. Blahaj, the trans rights shark plushie. That's fucking amazing. That is goddamn amazing. So anyway, I don't really know what's in here. I just know, hey, this looks really cool. This looks really cool. Yeah, I know enough about what an egg is on the internet to know egg vibes is an absolutely deranged statement. That is not sentences said by the mentally stable. Chandra's official art is an Akira slide. See, that's hard. Doodles, Blahage has a much better mouthfeel than Blue High. So I'm going to say Blahage if it's all the same to you. And if it's not all the same to you, I'm going to keep saying it that way. Chicken butt, Alarin. Spencer, I kind of fucked with MH3. I don't really like the Horizons game plan in general for Magic. The draft was okay. I would say draft was like 6 out of 10. Yeah, Marty, Blahage is apparently a shark plushie trans icon. So before we start with this, because of me setting my Twitch ads manager to minimum and Twitch sending a kill squad to my house about it, I run ads manually on this channel now. So we're going to hit an ad break so that we can get through like half or more of this without having any pre-rolls or any other interruptions. So as everybody files in and takes a seat and starts your I can't even do it. I can't even fucking. As you get ready to watch, set your bowl of ramen down. We're going to do an ad break right now so that we have no ads for anybody else for the foreseeable future. Skylanders Superchargers, I said in a good way. See, I feel like the best thing about this set is this says very loudly and very proudly, we Fortnite now, which I think is an important statement in this day and age. I think it's very important that Magic is taking a firm stance, not against injustice, not against any of the wrongs in the world, but a firm stance against anybody who wants Magic to return to feeling like Magic, and they're just going, nah, fuck you. You want a Halo crossover? Next set, we're doing Warthogs. Get shit on. It's beautiful because what this is a big banner that says we are okay with not every customer buying every set, and here's a big loud advertisement to let you know that if this is not for you, skip it. If this is not for you, just skip this shit. Like if you see just this banner, either you fuck with this or you don't fuck with this, and it is an immediate like flare gun. Hey, if you don't fuck with this, don't even do it. But if you fuck with this, get ready for some cars. What's up, Britbread? I waited too long to run the ad, and so it ran one for me. Okay, we need to wait like 30 seconds for ads to come off cooldown. Cad, I do agree that it makes it feel... So the good part of this is that it gives you a very strong lightning rod as to whether or not you want to buy stuff from this set. I think the downside of it is at some point they should have just made Magic 2. As much as I fuck with this, this is also the single greatest ad I have ever seen for pre-EDH or pre-DH. Whatever the format is, where they're like, you know what, after 2005, we're just going to pretend that none of this shit got made. Because this meshes with a lot of older Magic about as well as the Battle Bus does. Yeah, Alec, man, unfortunately, you fuck with Fortnite. Oh my god, it won't let me run. Okay, whatever. Do I think vehicle cards will skyrocket in price from this set? I don't think vehicles will, but you know who's so fucking back? Like Sight Unseen. Sight Unseen. This motherfucker is so back. This commander deck, it might be relevant now, guys. It might be goddamn relevant. You might be able to build a full-on Pacific Rim deck after we get this set out there. Grieffang is about to go the fuck off. Return vehicle from graveyard to battlefield. There has to be a good white or black vehicle because they're just doing everybody's in a car now, right? Like it's not okay, these two colors get vehicles, everybody else gets pilots, because I feel like that wouldn't work for draft at all. It has to be okay, everybody has a car, everybody has a pilot. So Fast, that is a good point. That the identity does just change. It does just feel like such a, and this is coming from someone who does not mind it, because I joined the game. I joined the game maybe 3 years ago, so I'm not even somebody who's on the hard line of like, oh, all this new fancy shit doesn't belong in Magic, but like, we got to be calling ambulances for some of these old heads at this point. It's just such a stark contrast between what Magic used to be like and what Magic is like now, and it feels like they hit the nitrous. That's a mechanic, right? It has to be. Hit the nitrous on doing all this shit like 5 years ago, where they were previously, it did still feel like they were trying to tether it to quote unquote old Magic, and now it's just like, what's up, bitch? Tron motorcycle. Call back. Blahage. Buy it. You ever seen the race to the finish line TikTok? No, why not? I don't watch a lot of other content. Like as soon as I started making content, it was like, I can't watch other people's shit. I gotta figure out a dick joke about Torbran. Nitrous, kicker, but for cars. Oh, I can't wait to see. Mauled, what is it like being on game shows like Extra Turns and Shuffle Up and Play? And are they staged? Well, I've never been on Extra Turns. The biggest one I've been on Shuffle Up the biggest one I've been on is Shuffle Up and Play. And then I've been on Tabletop Jocks and I've been on Decked Out. Tabletop Jocks and Decked Out both being very small compared to Shuffle Up and Play. You should go watch their stuff. They're still fun. They're still cool people. Shuffle Up and Play was amazing. The degree to which it is staged is not. The staging that happens in Shuffle Up and Play is if you get halfway through a hard sentence and you fuck it up, we'll roll the turn back as it was so that you can get a clean take. The amount of staging they do is we're gonna make you look like a competent player, and if you ever fuck up because you're nervous, which basically anybody who's going on that show for the first time, and I presume even if you're going on the show for a repeat appearance, you're very nervous. We're not gonna keep the takes where you drooled a little or fumbled over all of your words, etc., etc. But there's no staging of, we want this person to win. Oh, this person played this, so we need to like tutor a response to it. Oh, are you going to have a good turn to take? Do we need to start stuffing the top of your deck? None of that has happened the times that I went on Shuffle Up and Play. All they really do is like, oh, did you tap your mana wrong? Roll it back 30 seconds. Tap your mana right. If the fuck up's funny, like Melon saying on YouTube, but the fuck up is funny, yeah, they'll keep that. They'll keep that for sure because that's just good content. But it is staged to the point of if you have done something that is not entertaining and is negative, they'll just cut that because it like doesn't help anybody. That's real as hell of you, Ender. This is my first shot at like live reviewing them. So if you want to dip because you want to avoid social media discussions around it, respect to you, my friend. Cad, in my estimation, Prof is a pretty great guy. I will say, I don't know him well. I think very, very few of us in the content sphere know each other as more than pretty amicable coworkers. So I would agree, he seems like a great guy. He was very courteous to me. He was very fun to be around when I met him. But everybody in this space, you know, we don't really, none of us hang out like that. Oh, Zilla, I don't mind the, so here's, Zilla, I'm on the other end of it. I don't mind the ping. I just don't even see it. I just don't even see that shit in my head. You ping me, you're throwing that shit. Anybody in this stream, you ping me, I'm not gonna get mad at you. You are throwing that shit into the ether. Straight up. Does that include you and the decked out folks? No, I'm friends with them. We hang out a lot. But I would say that is the exception and not the rule for people that collab on a social media level. What's my favorite EDH deck that you've made? Oh, I fucking love an excuse to talk Glizzy. Hold on. All right, guys, hold on. Do we get the password? Please tell me you remember it. Please tell me you remember it. Fuck. My favorite deck is a Niv Mizzet deck that's a bunch of clones, and it runs Niv Mizzet Guild Pact. I'm going to spell that right. We're also going to open another tab and see how bad I just doxed myself. Okay, we just won't make the VOD available and we'll edit it. That's fine. We know 910. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to Doghouse, my friend. Honor system, everyone. Okay, so now we're back to the ending of pre-rolls being off. So now we're going to hit that deliberate ad break. Now we're going to hit a deliberate ad break, and then we're going to get into doing this spoilers review. YouTube. No, Melon, my legal name is Maldhound. Captain, what's up, Melons? Captain Flapjacks asks, was that your impression of Prof and PK when you played with them? I thought they looked pretty tight as real friends. No, they're real friends. They're real friends. There are a ton of one-off relationships in the content creator community where the people are like truly and actually tight. And I have plenty of real friendships with other content creators. I just don't like collab with them super often. And so it's the people you see on shows together are not always best friends in real life, but they at least know each other and are friendly. But Kenobi and Prof are, to the best of my estimation, friends who go back at least a bit of a ways. Oh, thank you, Weeno. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. How did you come up with the name Maldhound? So, Spencer, it came from 3 spots. First, I knew the term malding was good because of obvious reasons, and I rant a lot. Even before I was a content creator, the thing that got me social credit in my friend circles was I would go on funny, long-winded rants, or I would tell funny, long-winded stories. And so the malding seemed like a good term that I could co-opt. And then the hound came from one meme I had seen where it was one of those fake hardcore, had like a wolf in the background that was snarling and said, "You call it autism, I call it having that dog in me." A plus B Maldhound. We were done after that. Ender, I have not read the Aetherdrift story because I presumed that the Aetherdrift story was going to be something Omen Paths, something Nissa and Chandra kissing, something Luta's in a cute hat. And the only part of that story I care about is in the middle, and I have other sources that I can get that from. Any niche Dimir commander recommendations to build around? I would recommend picking a good shard to build around instead. Dimir, maybe there'll be one in this set. But right now, Dimir is just kind of, boy howdy, I'm going to do a lot of stuff. Is any of it going to matter? No. This is going to end up as a generic +1/+1 counter overrun trample elf ball deck. But now, I have even more card draw. And I have impulse draw. Isn't that neat? And that's Dimir. There's 3 potential Dimir commanders. That's pretty cool. Well, Loot actually has cute goggles, so you're lost. Fuck! The Aetherdrift story isn't that bad, even if you did just summarize basically the whole story in that one sentence. Okay, good. I'm glad that I'm still on it. Way to the Dawn 93. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to Doghouse, my friend. What car do you think Mishra Eminent One would drive for the purposes of naming a new deck of mine? This man has an absolutely kitted to the bone Honda. He has, God, I don't know enough car term names, but he has a Honda CRV that looks like it came straight out of Fast and Furious. Honda CRV has 2 spoilers for no reason. Like, it has one spoiler that's actually good, and then it has a really gaudy one that can break away and explode that he just leaves behind him. He has a Challenger, but he doesn't drive it. He has a Challenger, but it's his fashion car. His race car is the CRV, and he's worked on it since he was 19. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Zixtakado 2, the Almighty Hugo, and Cran God. Thank you all for the Twitch follows. Welcome to the Doghouse, my friends. Alec Man, good luck with your Leicester accent for your RPG. Have fun, my friend. We are going to get into a race across the multiverse. Can I get a smash or pass on Dwarven Miner? Pass. I don't fuck with miners. You tried to get me. Pay no attention to the fact that I didn't spell it right for the dumb bit that I was doing in Scryfall. Why are you asking about miners? Huh? Mango, zoom in here. Huh? So fans, I haven't played Deep Rock Galactic, so I don't even know if, whoa, hey, yo. This is honestly a pass for me. This is not my type. D-Man9, thank you for the tier 1 Twitch sub for the 3rd month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. Mildhound, how dare you stream miners? Okay, how about we watch this now? Do I have my right? Okay, I do have my right audio settings. Can we... So stream check, can we all hear this appropriate? God damn it, Recursive Mauled strikes again. Is this like loud enough for you to hear, but if I talk, we can still hear me? Because that's what's most important. Okay, great. Perfect. We're gonna start skipping ahead. Wow, they did this shit for a minute, huh? Oh, they have a timer counting down. That's so smart of them.
Part of the Girapur Grand Prix. Frankly, because we're running out of racers. But hey, it'll be a ton of fun! It's only a death race if you die.
Somebody played Borderlands.
Warning, the Gearapur Grand Prix is incredibly dangerous and will likely result in your untimely death. We are not responsible
Yeah,
for the
somebody
accident.
played
Further
fucking
consideration will decapitate
Borderlands.
giant anthropomorphic shark. Drive at your own risk. This message has been paid for by the New Culture Collective.
Okay, that's decent. We're gonna pause the card reviews, yeah, Bobby. Like the main point of, so I will say, the main point of this is I want to see what dipshit, like I don't want to just wojak to whatever random things happened on the stream. I want to see the cards they made, and I want to hear their terrible, terrible justifications for why this is reasonable. And we're going to be pausing a lot, and we're going to be talking about the individual cards a lot.
Race in the multiverse is too fast and too dangerous for just one plane. Instead,
we're so close to a card that I don't want to skip forward.
Starting with
okay.
Car at night.
Start your engines. If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed is 4. Colorless land, max speed, 3 mana, rummage. So we already have a new keyword that's going to take up about half of every card it's on. That's awesome. Day-night stands, rise up. I love having yet another piece of cardboard I have to use to track my Magic game that has nothing to do with my Magic game for one of the worst fucking payoffs I have seen in my life. This has to get better, right? Because it's... So I lose the ability to fix any mana. Also, I take umbrage with this. It looks like a thing that's meant to incentivize aggro, which I don't mind that. I think it should have to be combat damage because I'm a shithead. I think it should have to be combat damage because I don't think the Aristocrats players are allowed to look cool in race cars. Like if you're playing Orzhov life gain, life loss, and I happen to have tuberculosis, why the fuck would your car speed up because I coughed? If you ram my car with your car, that makes sense. That makes sense that damaging me, you have at least a relative speed increase. But why the fuck? Alright, whatever. Shadow Walker, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. And Beefcake, thank you for the 5 gifted community subs. Welcome to Dog Heaven, and you've kicked off a hype train. No, Doodles, I'm with hitting them speeds you up. That's why I just don't think it should be life loss. Like, I don't think the fucking Golgari Landfall players should get this just because they pinged me. I think a goblin should have to climb onto my chest and stab me in the eyes for you to get a benefit.
Newly connected to other planes by the Omen.
Or yeah, even damage. I would even take damage, even if it's not combat damage. But life loss, like, this is probably my most old... We're fucking one card in, I'm already losing it. This is my most old man yelling at clouds thing about the game, is I'm tired of everybody getting everything. That is connected to the idea that I wish we were playing in a Magic the Gathering where cards with downsides made any sense. But I'm also tired of everybody getting to do every goddamn mechanic all of the time. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to the people? So that's why I don't like Loses Life. Is I want this to be a damage thing. I want this to be, if you are getting out there and you are getting in the oil and you are hitting people in the head with a wrench, you get to benefit from max speed. We do have, I think, because this is like, oh, I know why this is making me mad. Because this is now for everything under Inscrutable. I would try refreshing the stream. For everything that is like 2 colors, 2 or 1 colors, this is now a staple. I cannot imagine a reason you would not play this card for a, like, just in case discard draw. So you're saying you want to see oiled up dudes beating each other? Fuck, you got me. You got me. Yes. Okay, yes, I do. I want to see how speed interacts with wrestling. But rest of YouTube chat, please sound off if the audio and video are off. Yeah, Sylvanus, I am talking specifically about Commander here. I think for Standard, this is whatever. Like, I think for Standard, it's a big enough downside to be colorless. Ying, thank you for the $5 super chat on YouTube. Oh, what just happened? Oh, I heard a beep. God damn it, we're PNG tubing. How, bro? I'm ready for you this time, motherfucker. I'm ready for you this time. I'm not even going to let you get the chance. I'm not even going to let you get the chance this time. Fuck ass. Fuck ass camera. No shot. I'm staying mad. I'm staying up. I'm staying ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay, so the first thing I'm hearing is pretty slow for Commander, though. No, it is, but I'm not, like, when I talk about power creep, I'm really rarely talking about, oh, this card is so good it's going to change the balance of power in the Marvel Universe. When I'm talking about Commander power creep and like, oh, this new thing is a must-have, is it's because there are only restrictions for an incredibly pip-heavy land base, which is really only true if you have 3 or more colors in your deck. The fact that you have a potential mana sink to fix your hand means that almost everybody should run it. In terms of non-basic lands, it just immediately becomes basically no downside for 2 colors or less. Yeah, how do I, hold on, let's bring... There we go. Now I'm the art. Now PNG me is the art for every card. That's how I feel. That's how I feel every time you play Avishkar Raceway, and I can't even be mean to you about it because it's the right decision. Because it's just right every time. Kadeth, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Oh, but anyway, Ying, white doesn't have anything unique. You should try playing that. I think if I played mono white, it would make me too unstoppably sad.
There's a beehive of activity.
Okay.
Colorful and
Although,
vibrant.
hey, at least it's a common. Thank you for pointing that out, Turtle. At least it's a common.
Even in the middle of the night.
Okay, that's exceedingly normal. Oh, look, cycling. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Where are we at? 12 minutes? Cycling! Laugh! Anyway. This seems good. This seems like... Yeah, sure. We're gonna fix mana, which makes sense. Cycling on lands is a generally good thing, particularly for draft. I do like, if this is the set... This looks like the set symbol for common. I hate that I would care so much about a deeply unimportant thing. I'm down as fuck to have some color fixing at common, even if it's ETB tapped. I do think that's cute though. I got real loud about it, but it's like, yeah, do the little puns. I do little puns all the time. Because can you imagine if this set had no cycling in it? There would be pitchforks and torches. So God bless them for putting the cycling in.
Whole plane is invited. From there, the course leads to Amonkhet.
Okay, that looks uncommon. So start your engines. Target creature gains haste. Yeah, see, if I thought about target creature gains haste, my first thought is everybody needs access to that. Is every color and every archetype deserves access to that. I do think this is at least a better payoff. Now they did already have that with like crashing drawbridge. So again, they're not breaking any boundaries with this one, but it's just so open. So that one's better.
A plane full of dangerous ruins and other obstacles, but there are signs of rejuvenation as well, as Amonkhet races towards a new golden age. And finally, the Prix zooms through.
Oh, a rare. Okay. Fuck off, man. Wait, hold on. No. Now you all have to cut Soul Ring. Now you all have to fucking cut Soul Ring. Now you don't have a goddamn excuse. Hey, no, this is earned Soul Ring. This is Soul Ring, but you earned it. This is fine if we redact Soul Ring. We're not playing both. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. We're not playing both. Honestly, this one might be my favorite. This one is still like I still wish that it was damage instead of life loss. That is a good benefit, and that is the fairest ramp I have ever seen. You get 1 extra colorless mana because you've hit me for 3 turns in a row. That is the only time I will ever say you earned that ramp. I'm going to love tracking it. I'm going to love tracking it so bad. That's amazing. Amazing. If I ever see Soul Ring and this on the field, I'm blowing you out of the game, and I'm not apologizing. I'm sitting on you like a sumo wrestler fell over on a bunny, and I am not saying sorry. Relic, I think if we limited it to damage with mount, vehicle, or pilot, then it becomes too narrow. There is a weird balance you have to strike between... Because if you only do mount, vehicle, or pilot, then it becomes a staple for mount, vehicle, and pilot decks, and nobody else uses it ever. The Magic designers are doing the very hard task of trying to split the difference between we need this to be open enough that multiple archetypes want to use it. And the direction they've gone is just everybody uses it ever, which I don't like. Shady Shroomy, thank you for the tier 1 Twitch sub for the 10th month in a row. Okay, so I have 10 fingers mauled, so instead of just 2, can we reach for 10 Watsy? Are you having a stroke, or am I? I understand nothing about that sentence, but I appreciate your generosity so much. Zenthalus, it's tracked, I'm presuming, like the One Ring, or you just have like... I mean, most people are just going to take a D6 off to the side and be like, this is my speed. This is how much speed I'm on. This is how fast I am right now. And then when you hit 4, you have to say ka-chow. It's like Uno. If you don't say ka-chow, you don't actually get it in my house. Arbor Day Ghost, thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. But yeah, Soul Ring, but you earn it, which is... I'm down. I'm down with Soul Ring, but you have to earn it.
The remains of an ancient and powerful civilization, Muruganda holds danger and promise in equal measure. And the race
I'm not even listening to this shit right now. I just don't want to miss.
Exciting streets of Avishkar, where the people are
okay.
thrilled to celebrate
Vibe
their
arts.
new champion.
Okay, we're getting more cards
But you
soon.
certainly can't walk across all those plains. You're going to need
They don't realize it's a
or
Tron
mount.
land? That can't be a Tron
Vehicles
land.
are a familiar mechanic.
Wait. A 3-2 crew 1. Good. Token
And
players
this
definitely
racing
needed
themed
that.
set contains a huge variety of them.
I see no
Whatever
problem.
kind
I
of
see
player
no
you
potential
are,
problem
there's a vehicle for
with a
you.
bunch of 3-2
You've
crew
already
1s.
seen our host, the Verbo.
All right, little eyeball man. Ying, thank you for the $2 super chat. When you hit max speed, Deja Vu plays. See, I'm just going to hit random tracks off the Fast and Furious playlist. Okay, start your engines. You have no maximum hand size. If you would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. See, like, we have to make... This has to be damage. You can't be giving that away. We can't be giving this shit away just because somebody happened to lose life. Oh, I'm not going to be responsible with that. I'm not going to be responsible with that. This is also, we're at the stage of the Industrial Revolution where WotC has just recognized that every mechanic is interchangeable parts. Like when they did that for, I think it was like guns, where they figured out, okay, instead of making a gun one big long piece of metal, we can just make it 8 little different pieces of metal that we can mass produce. They just took like, okay, fuck, what do blue players like? Fuck, Teferi's Ageless Insight. What else do blue players like? Fuck, Reliquary Tower. Put that on Start Your Engines. Print it. I also love that he's caked up. Him being caked up is fucking beautiful. Yeah, I mean, 2 mana Ageless Insight that you have to draw. I feel like the speed mechanic for Commander is really going to push us towards, like, late game. If you have multiple ways to do speed, shit is just going to go crazy. Because everything we've seen, I mean, I think this is the first, like, castable thing, but the rare level effects are pretty fucking good. And so if you start your engines on turn 1 of a Commander game with a land, and you drop this guy like turn 5, and you get 2 mana Ageless Insight, that's absolutely fucked.
The only thing in the multiverse as fast as this.
But I fuck with it because people deserve to lose life. I just don't think the Orzhov players deserve the benefits.
Race is his motor mouth. He's also here to introduce the 2 most important mechanics of the set.
I don't mind that art, but again, I like the Transformers movies. I like the Michael Bay Transformers movies. I am easy to please.
More and more speed and achieving new abilities. The final and most powerful ability.
Once I'm at max speed, am I at max speed for the whole game? I believe so. It looks like a thing that is tracked to the player and not to the card. So if you put speed on the board with your first land drop, and you somehow, with I guess like a 1 mana haste, who's the fucker? Yeah, so if you do 1 mana colorless land that creates speed, and then I ginger brute your ass, we're up to 2 speed, and then like, so instead of ramping, I can spend my first 3 turns getting up to speed, and then I'm at max speed the whole game, which that's, as I say that out loud, that's fucking sick. I don't think anybody can argue that that is a fucking sick thing to say, is instead of casting 3 visits in Nature's Lore, I got up to speed by going.
Are then unlocked.
All right, what else?
You reach max speed. When a card tells you to start your engines, grab the helper card to track your speed.
They're there. Oh, I love it. And it looks like a fucking Avengers poster too. Oh my god.
In every pre-release box. Once on each of your turns, when an opponent loses life, you gain 1 level of speed until ultimately reaching max speed. Victory in the Grand
4 is not the
Prix is
eyeball,
its
it's the
own
flip
reward,
side.
The fame, the glory, the rush. But for those that want an actual reward, there is also
Yeah, as soon as you're at 4,
masterwork
you just
artifact
chill.
to be
Like,
won.
speed is
As
like a
you can see, it has
planeswalker
a
emblem
shiny
where you
gold
can't take it
filigree
off or
casing,
anything.
But it's what's inside
Which
that really counts. The Aether Spark. That's right.
Hold on. Okay, 4 mana, 4 loyalty. I see that ult. I don't like that ult. As long as the Aether Spark is attached to a creature, the Aether Spark can't be attacked. Okay. And has, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage during your turn, put that many loyalty counters on the Aether Spark. I fucking... Why? Why does it have to be like that? Why does it... Okay, so +1. +1. We put it on a creature. And you put a counter on that creature. -5, draw 2 cards. -10, add 10 mana of any one color. Good. I love generic advantage engines that need to go in every mid-range commander pile from now until the end of time. What the fuck do you mean, bro? This is the power creep. This is the power creep that makes me the angriest. Because nobody's breaking this. Nobody is breaking this in the sense of nobody's coming up with like a day one combo that turns this into Nadu where you have to ban it. But like every deck that has a commander that wants to swing and it's not competing with your commander's mana curve is just fucking insane. Like I'm thinking about it's 4 mana and doesn't even draw cards immediately. It's trash, LOL. Standard player, be gone. Non-casual commander player, be gone from my presence. This is, I'm looking at the level of commander that I enjoy playing, and I am watching this go off like a hydrogen bomb in the center of it. Because, yeah, it does not say to player. And it's going to be basically impossible to remove if anybody has a good creature. So it's not going to be, like, impossible to remove overall, but it's going to be much more resistant to removal than most planeswalkers. And I fucking hate how resistant to removal most planeswalkers are. And so the fact that you can just like hide it. Oh, we can hit it with artifact removal. Okay. That's, you know what? That's bringing me back. If I can abrade this, I can breathe again. That opens up a different way to interact with it that I do like. This does definitely continue to press on the idea of like, why does everybody have to get everything all of the time? Why is every deck now gonna have a card draw engine and a ramp engine? Fuck, man. I'ma use it to bink, bonk. I don't need no mana. Yeah, I mean, everybody says dies to removal about everything, and none of you are packing. Nobody in either of these streams has packed enough removal for the number of things that you respond to internet arguments with the phrase, it dies to removal too. I've seen all your decks. I know you don't. Even the people who just bring like, oops, all removal, we've done the playtests. The number of cards, everyone just goes like, well, this is fine because I'll lightning bolt it, I'll doom blade it, I'll abrade it. I've play tested your decks. None of you can deal with this many problems.
A planeswalker
all right,
spark
fuck this guy.
in a field of super-cooled liquid aether. If you win this prize, say goodbye to frantically searching for an omen path to take you to another plane.
At least they
Instead,
give you...
get in the driver's seat and travel in luxurious exclusivity.
At least they give you a turn, basically, to
Spark.
respond to it,
Go
because the
anywhere you want,
attaching has to be a
anytime you
loyalty
want,
ability.
at top speed.
Julian
Answer player track is full
Swagatha.
of hazard.
Julian Swagatha Christie. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Oh, hey, look. It's whoever's going to come eat Colossal Dreadmaw's lunch this set. Why do we even have dinosaurs in here? I guess, did Amon Katet originally have dinosaurs? Philoppa Man, I do think it makes it more... It's more tutorable because it's an artifact, but I don't think its tutorability is what I'm concerned about. At the tables where tutors are happening really regularly, it's no longer that strong. Like, it's truly not a very broken commander. I just dislike how, like, hi, I'm Clippy. It looks like you're trying to vomit generic card and mana advantage at your friends until they give up and call you daddy. Can I help with that? That is what I dislike about him. As soon as we're like, oh, I'm tutoring artifacts, there's better stuff you can do. Fall of Kings, thank you for the Twitch follow. And Sylphanus, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse. Oh, Muruganda Monster Plane. Okay.
Which is why no serious racer participates alone. Instead, there are 10 racing teams. Each have their own rides and a shot at winning
Okay,
the
this is
no
sick.
holds
We
barred
Fortnite
race
now.
and bringing home the Aether Spark.
Ying, thank you for the 2 mana super chat.
Triumph in the end.
$2 super chat. Shut
First
up.
we have
Captain
the
America
godlike
laughs at the
Voyagers.
loyalty in Arden.
Machines-
Yeah, like there's plenty of things that can shut it down, but when I think about how annoying a card's gonna be, I'm basically never thinking about how. I'm not thinking about what specifically can counter it. I'm trying to think about how broad are its counters. Because if 10% of the game can turn off a problem card and 90% of the game gets folded by a problem card, it's a really problematic card, even if counters exist. So I think the arguments against the Aether shit or whatever it was, the bald orb, are it's an artifact. So being hit by artifact removal is huge because that is plentiful and you do not need to be deliberately countering the Aether Spark to hit it. So that is like actually a good reason. But as soon as you go like, oh, my specific commander can counter whatever this thing is doing, I straight up don't care. I straight up don't care. It is a valid point, but it doesn't really mean anything in the aggregate of how problematic is this card going to be. Anyway, all right, Azorius Commander. Blank 3. Stat lines that would kill a pilgrim for $100, Alex. Mendicant Core's power is equal to the number of artifacts you control. That's not... Okay, yeah. That's not problematic. Start your engines. Max speed. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may pay 1. If you do, copy it. Ooh. I just want to talk. I just want to talk, right? I just want to fucking talk for 2 mana. At least, somebody in chat said at least his toughness doesn't get bigger, which is like, at least Godzilla doesn't have shotgun hands. At least... What? At least the cancer didn't make my dick explode. Fuck. Mendicant, more like, man, I can't take this shit no more. Vandal Blast is great. At least it takes a while to build speed, right? Swiss, I don't think it does. Or, I think this card screams to me, low power commander is not going to exist in the aggregate very much longer. I think it will continue to exist in play groups that you have defined with your friends or that you have had for a really long time. Commanders like this are the type of commander where I'm like, what we think of as silly, goofy commander is not going to exist out in the world broadly for a whole lot longer. Because if you build a deck around 0 1-mana artifact creatures that are trying to do damage, you can build up speed within 4 turns, and then if you're copying every artifact, that pops off really fast. So what max speed has done really well is it's almost certainly not going to impact CEDH. Like, it's almost certainly not going to change the balance of power in high power tables. Maybe it will positively change the balance of power at low power. I'm not sure. All I know is that it's going to change the balance of power for sure. Everybody who's saying that this is too slow because you can't have maximum speed until turn 3 of a commander game are playing fundamentally different commander games than the ones I'm playing. The ones I'm playing, if we checked in on turn 3, turn 4, and I was copying all my artifact spells because of a 2-mana commander, everybody would shit their goddamn pants. Now at CEDH and high power combo, yeah, it doesn't matter. This is like casual specific creep right here. They've found a way to only make it fuck up the really low power tables. It also depends on the concentration of start your engines effects. Because if you can't even play him until turn 2 and you don't have, if there's not a lot of lands, that start your engines, And if it reliably takes turn 5, turn 6 to get up to max speed, that's probably okay. I'm probably down with that. But if there are enough lands or enough 0 or 1 drops that you can be like, I'm max speed turn 3, I'm max speed turn 4, I think that will start to get really hairy. Also, Justin Chase, thank you for the $2 Canadian. Bald Planeswalker hate. God bless you, friend. Even if I don't technically believe in him. So, Vogan, the way I'm reading it, you can get a second one on the first turn, on the turn you start your engine. Because you start at 1. If you hit somebody, it can increase once that turn. Because it didn't increase from 0 to 1, it just started at 1. So you go from 1 to 2 on turn 1. You go from 2 to 3 turn 2. You go from 3 to 4 turn 3. Now realistically, you're probably not going to have, like, it's going to be Magical Christmas Land to get max speed turn 3. The real question is, Elk, why are you talking about damping spheres in my Twitch chat? I'll ban you, dude. I'll ban you. Swiss Volge, it does exist. We already Gingerbread exists. This is, again, Magical Christmas Land. Like, it's not a likely thing. I do not think turn 3 maximum speed in Commander is going to be a common thing. It is just, we can do it for sure, just off the dome easy. I don't think Rug of Smothering does it because it has to be on your turn. Yeah, when Rug of Smothering is 3 mana, what the fuck are we talking about turn 1? Alright.
Beating their way from
back
an
at it
unknown plane of
with the white
multiverse
vans.
Or beyond. This team is capable of remarkable coordination. No surprise, as they are each animated by a central brain called the Mendicant
Turn
Core.
5 does
The
sound
guide-like
correct
voyagers
for, like,
confuse
the
with
most
their
common
racing
scenario.
vehicles to become
Okay, hold on.
greater than the sum of their parts.
6 mana, Vigilant 6/5. Vehicle enters, tutor an artifact, get it for free if it's low mana, otherwise put it into your hand, then shuffle. I want to hate this because it's Azorius. I'm not a huge fan of stapling tutors onto fucking everything. That to me sounds like we're out of mechanical ideas. We don't know what to put on this card. Let them tutor a banger that we designed in a previous set. But overall, power level wise, doesn't seem crazy. Can't you play Aetherspark with 3 dog? I'm pretty sure Aetherspark's legendary, so you will just hit the legend rule. So power level, this seems fine.
These inexorable machines.
Yeah,
have a
Grieffang's
good chance
going
of
crazy,
coming out on
retaliate.
top. As exciting as the race itself is, there's also plenty of flair to soup up your deck. This set contains 40 borderless
Oh,
red deck
yeah.
cards.
Oh yeah, all those, like, Magic doesn't look like Magic anymore. People are just getting shot in the chest with non-stop rounds.
Each featuring a vehicle and racer posed together.
I
with a
kind of
high-energy
fuck with this,
graffiti
but this
blazing
is like
background.
this is
The speed
Borderlands for
demons
sure.
are fearsome
Okay, so we have Dimir. Hard. Ward, pay 2 life, 3/2. Artifacts have ward, pay 2 life. That's reasonable of you, honestly. Exhaust. Oh god, a new mechanic. Okay. 4 mana. Exile X artifact cards from your graveyard. Each other non-artifact creature gets -X/-X until end of turn. Nobody's gonna deserve to play with this. I had hope for a fucking minute. I had hope for a moment with, okay, if artifacts have ward, maybe the artifact player is actually going to advance the game state for once. So exhaust, activate each ability only once. This is just like, this is going to be the commander of every really, really terrible deck in the world that needs a super long time to cook. And they're just going to board wipe every time something they don't like happens. Because as soon as we replay this guy, or better yet, if we scam this guy, if we do like, what are the... God, I want to say not actually dead, but I know it's not actually dead. Oh, not dead after all. So as soon as you not dead after all, new commander. New commander. And so it would, yeah, it would reset it with a blink. Dimir blinks things by killing them and then propping their taxidermied bodies back up onto the board. So this just like, the art is sick as fuck. I love the art. Oh, each other, so he doesn't hit himself. Okay. I mean, I presume you still just do, like, you're going to be sacrificing artifacts or self-milling. This seems like a, I diddle myself and I board wipe you every time I don't like what's going on around me deck, which I am worried about in general, but is not overpowered.
Competitors in the Grand Prix.
Like, I think tentatively, not an overpowered card. Play pattern is probably gross. Zilla, they will eventually, but the idea in Dimir that they're going to meaningfully run out of cards is not, I don't think it's like all that likely.
Led
but
by
we will
Winter
see.
Cursed Rider, a wandering revenant and wraith of their former self. Winter commands a team fresh from Duskmourn's haunted halls. Ghosts, possessed survivors, haunted dolls, ghouls.
Oh, my fault. It's a reference. It's a callback. I thought they looked familiar. The motherfucker made it out. This narrative, that's a narrative. This is a character arc actually. I've been told by English majors that counts as a character arc.
Seeking
Okay, new Death Shadow with a way to pay life. Good. That's amazingly fair. Amazingly fair. The art is hard as fuck though. I guess crewing it, I guess they're going like, okay, the card draw means we have to be able to crew it. I do love generic advantage engines that are going to go in every black deck in the entire world. Like, is there... Oh, we can't keep it on the... No, we can keep it on the field as an artifact. It just can't be a vehicle. So really, for most commander decks, this is a 1 mana artifact that says 3 mana, 2 life, draw a card. I think that's okay. Yeah, expensive greed. Honestly, that might actually be good. This might be another thing, another sign I can tap where I'm like, just play some fucking card draw. Holy shit. It shouldn't die while it's an artifact. Because it's just not a creature. Yeah, like this is just a bad engine, which honestly respect. Yeah, I think no shade. Not even implied shade, just respect. Thank you for printing a shitty card draw engine that us casual players can play. Thank you for printing just like a base Honda Civic. Not even souped up. Yeah, that's fine.
Somewhere over the horizon.
And the art's
Or
hard.
if they can't find that, maybe an Aether Spark will do the
Luris
trick.
compatible
While the
greed.
Aether
Don't
Spark
say
is
that
the
shit,
grand
Toasty.
prize, it's certainly not the only prize you can find within this set. First place box toppers are inspired by going for the...
Who covered the card in mustard? Excuse me? Why are we straight out of the Ronald McDonald house with this shit? What is the... I've seen that one secret lair that looked heinous online. So I'm going to hold out faith that in person this looks way better. Like, I'm going to hold out that this is like... Okay, the internet... Mustard on the beat. Oh, this is DJ Mustard on this shit. Piss filter, my beloved. Yeah, this is like lemon Gatorade shit. Okay, I'm gonna reserve judgment until I see this in person. I'm gonna reserve judgment until I see this in person.
Gold. They come in packs
The design
of 2
team just
atop
drank
every
too
box
much water
and feature
before they
cards
made
in
these
a new
cards.
gold substrate treatment. And in order to claim that prize,
Wolf, I
you're
do
going to
think
need-
so. No arguments. That looks bad. However, I remember that one secret lair where the internet freaked out and was like, "Oh, this is so bad. Why did they ever do this?" And then in person, like, it looked pretty good. So I'm gonna hold out hope that this is another instance of that, where the digitized version of the art looks like not an AI monstrosity, but like elicits the same level of disgust as an AI monstrosity, and that when we see it in person, it will be a little bit more
need a
reasonable.
little boost. Exhaust is a new mechanic which represents a creature or artifact kicking into high gear. It's a one-shot effect that can be activated only once each game.
Spencer, I don't listen to a lot of
Another
metal
creature
now.
equipped with those
God damn
strengths
it, he is here, and he has a fucking hat. 5 mana, at least. So if I kill him once with hammers, it might be difficult for you. I can't, man. I can't, man. I'm gonna... This is a World of Warcraft stream now. I'm so fucking mad. Wolf, exhaust is... There's no way this is once each game. You get this guy and a cat, and this shit is about to go insane. You get this guy and Displacer Kitten, and I think your table just has to escort you out of the LGS and throw you into the street. Oh, hold on. She just said that. Back the video up 12 seconds. Damn, maybe I should be listening.
They come in packs of 2 atop every box and feature cards in a new gold substrate treatment. And in order to claim that prize, you're going to need a little boost. Exhaust is a new mechanic which represents a creature or artifact kicking into high gear. It's a one-shot effect that can be activated only once each game.
Okay.
Another
Okay.
creature equipped.
If this is once each game, oh well, right, because once each game, yeah, because once each game, again, new, it does still work. Yeah, the thing that we thought was fucked is still fucked, because if you blink it, yeah, loot has used its exhaust effect once each game. This is a new loot. This is a new guy. This is an entirely different Beast Noble. Why did you think this was the same Beast Noble? How do you track that though? Badly, Terra. If I was going to have, if only your commander has exhaust, it's probably really easy. You can just put a counter on it or like an infinite token on it. But if you have multiple things with exhaust on them, I guarantee this is what's going to happen. People are going to go, okay, well, I'll put my exhausted things on the right side of the board, and I'll put my unexhausted things on the left side of the board. 2 turns are going to go by, and we're going to go, hey, wait, which of those are exhausted? And you're going to go, I'm pretty sure it's these. And then you're going to re-exhaust the best card. So double strike, vigilance, haste. Somebody will try to Voltron this. We learned nothing from the crimes of Ancestral Recall. We have Lightning Bolt, and we have 3 mana of any one color. Somebody is just going to... I don't know what the combo is going to be. I don't personally know what the combo is going to be, but fuck me running. Is it going to be annoying? I feel like with exhaust, you know what this is going to go crazy for? When they make Commander an auto battler. When Commander becomes an auto battler, this guy's going to be fucking great. And mark my words, it will. 10 to 15 years from now, every Commander game is just going to be like you info dumping to your friends about how cool your deck is, and then you're going to give Chat GPT 8 a primer worth of instructions about how you want the deck to play, and then it's just going to be team fight tactics from League of Legends. Yeah, hey, who needed a Dimir commander? Because play this. This is about to be fucked. Fulgrim's Sounding Rod, Johnny No Toes, Fall of Kings, and Not Twitter Rowan. Thank you all for the Twitch follows. Welcome to the Doghouse, my friend. I mean, haste is crazy. This is just for the combo players. This is 5 mana because it is for the like teamier kids with ADHD who all they want to do is combo off every game, and they made it 5 mana so that the rest of the table would have a faint chance at holding up removal. Jahat8038, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse, my friend. Like, there's no shot you could let this live. Because this is either combo or it's terrible. IMO. Like, I think this is either it's Displacer Kitten, Untapper combo, or it's just really goddamn bad. It might go infinite with Deadeye Navigator. Yeah, like everyone else in this game. Holy God, man.
With those strengths is Loot the Pathfinder.
Darnassus, Deadeye Navigator is a creature that lets you blink when you deal damage.
By Jace,
is this considered a new creature with Mutate? I don't believe it is.
He might prove pretty useful in this race, as he has the ability to divine the precise location of any omen path.
God, look at this Ratchet and Clank looking motherfucker. Hold on. Corporate would like you to identify the difference. Corporate would like you to identify the difference between these two people if chat wasn't in the way. Chat, get out of the way. Give me a DNA test. Give me a fucking DNA test right now on these two. Eyebrowless Ratchet. Oh, Jack. Yeah. God, who up Jack and they Daxters? Who else played this game? Can I get an 07 in chat for Jack and motherfucking Daxter? One of the best games of my childhood. Holy shit, copyright infringement on Jack and Daxter. Absolutely disgusting. I can't believe Wizards would do this. Okay, anyway, back to it.
And its destination. Loot may yet play a decisive role.
Hold on, I'll listen to it now so I don't misinform it.
End riders are nomadic.
Okay. Rakdos. Start your engines. Whenever you attack, deal 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, so guarantee that you get to increase speed because you attack. On 4 mana, that's probably real. It's probably necessary for start your engines. Max speed, if you would deal damage, deal that much damage plus 1. I'm confident one of you can break this. This seems so bad. This seems so like whatever compared to what everybody else is doing. Like, I get to... This is one of the first commanders I've seen in the last 3 years that did not make some part of my soul go, what? This was the first commander I was like, oh yeah, okay. Okay. Is it the first, like, 2-color damage effector? Like, restrictionless? Because I know Obosh exists. But is that really what this is? Is this just, like, Obosh, but playable without having Adderall? So we have a Rakdos, so it's just another, like, Rakdos prison commander. Oh my god, it's a rare. I think in draft, though, Oh, wait. Far Fortune is a per creature trigger and not... Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Is it the Winota wording? Are we getting Rakdos Winota right now? Oh, we fucking are. Oh, wait. Whenever a creature you control... I feel like you attack is the... Because I feel like you attack is different from a creature attacks. Okay, no. It's not that. It's not per creature. It's just you as the player. Damn. All right. I thought we were about to get launched into the fucking stratosphere with that card. This seems like incredible draft card. Very, very whatever commander card. You only attack once? You might, Ender. You fucking might. Does it only trigger if you pinch someone? Nah, I'm pretty sure it's how I... No, I'm pretty sure I'm right, actually. So let me move the chat over here so we're not blocking the image of this when we put this up on YouTube later. Okay. So this is really just like Rakdos. I flick your eyeball every time you breathe.
Apocalypse punk warriors from the
reasonable
plane of Gastal.
Snowman, what makes it good in draft? The reason I think... Hey, yo. Okay, she's fucking serving, though. That makes it okay. The reason I think it's okay in draft is it is a 4-mana thing that guarantees damage and can turn shitty creatures into slightly less shitty creatures for the purposes of combat. Being able to guarantee damage and being able to buff your own creatures is really big in draft combat. You're probably playing her... If you ever play her and your speed is not 2 or 3, concede the game. I will say that immediately. If you ever play Far Fortune and she is your first method of starting your engines, handshakes. Handshake, shuffle up, go to the next one. You are fucked. Lay down, start praying, whatever you want to do. But if you have speed of like 3 or something, and this gets you to max speed, and it guarantees ping damage, I can see that in draft. I don't think it's like draft breaking or something, but this is like, if I pulled this pack 1 or pack 2, I would try to build around it. As the same hairline as you, Omega, prepare to be banned. Oh wait, I don't know how to unban on YouTube. Alright, we won't do the bit. Apocalypse Runner, 4 mana, lifelink, and can't be blocked, but only for shitty little weak guys. Sure. I don't see anything obviously insane about this card. This seems very, very draft relevant. Definitely seems like an uncommon. I think they got the rarity right here.
Cannonball across the multiverse, seeking gas, water, or glory, preferably all 3. The Goblin Rocketeers.
Oh, fuck. Okay, it's the Gruul Commander. So this is about to be bullshit. 2/3 for 2. Vigilant. Oh, good. Another Mana Dork command. Oh. Oh. Every day I pray to God that Wizards is going to print a commander that breaks the gameplay pattern of the red players vomit their hand and then complain about a board wipe, even though it is the only commiserate response to the 12 cards they have just laid onto the table. And every day I wake up and Wizards of the Coast delivers unto my skull a card like Redshift Rocketeer Chief. Immediately not broken. I don't think broken at all. I think this is going to spawn an entirely new generation of tables that ban Farewell, even when Farewell is like the pepper spray to their rabid dog. Can exhaust be activated instant speed? It looks like it can. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have anything in the card that says activated sorcery speed, and so I firmly believe that you can do it. Sky Shadow 25, no, Sky Shadow 235. Thank you for the 300-bit cheer. Mauled, look at Master of Cruelty's power. Yeah, it's a 4-1, so you can't do that with the Rakdos thing. I have Dyscalculia. If you correct me, it's ableist. 4-1, can't do it.
Are a team of the most clever and daring goblins this side of the multiverse.
This is going to be... Zilla, I have an Agatha deck on Brawl. I know this is going to be really strong in Agatha. What I think is... This is probably going to be a desperately uninteresting card to play with. I don't think it's broken. I think it is desperately uninspired and is another instance of like, fuck, we're all out of mechanics. What are other mechanics people liked? Put them all on this card. Make it a mana dork. Let it put our entire hand onto the field. Please, God.
Rocketeer Chief is actually the first goblin to strap a rocket to his back and fire.
I mean, yeah, we can do it again if we flicker, but at the point that we've done that, oh, this goes ham and the 99 of a cooler commander with an ability. Yeah. I like that. I agree with that very much. This goes absolutely shithouse crazy in a 3-color deck or a 4-color deck that can actually like fill its hand up and has more to do. I feel like for 12 mana, you should be winning the game or close to. I agree with that, Filippo, but you also have to remember, like, Redshift is going to be cheating the fuck out of that mana. Like, it's not going to be, okay, we've ramped to 12, we get to win. It's going to be, I cast 2 buffs. I cast Antagonize, and then you die. And then it really becomes like this commander is going to eternally blow its load on turn 5 or 6. And then if the table has a board wipe, this deck is not going to do anything for the rest of the game. And if they don't have a board wipe, probably win. Which is just, that's not the type of play pattern I enjoy. So that's what I dislike about the card, even though I don't think it's broken. Yes, Troper, if you blink the card, if it dies, comes back, whatever, then it's a new instance of the card, and that new card can use exhaust. Okay, we're also back into pre-roll time. So Twitch and YouTube, we're going to do our manual ad break right now. And then we're going to have another hour of being able to mow through this set with no ads. I'm going to go use the bathroom. And again, anybody watching on YouTube, we are live on Twitch, and that's how you get your chat on screen. So if you want to say something out of pocket that I will have to delete from the YouTube video this becomes, head over to twitch.tv/maldhound. I'll be right back after going to the bathroom. Subs, we'll be talking whole in just a minute. All right, we out here. Hero87, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Oh, my headphones are breaking. That's good that my baby got me new ones. Wonderful. Yeah, we're back. We're back from the chair stream. Okay. Are we out of the ad break on Twitch? No, we still have 90 seconds on Twitch. Guys, opinion on Wilhelt. Hey, I also like everybody's first zombie commander. What's up, Darebrained? $6 for Maul to get a better webcam that doesn't kill his computer. So, Troper, we did solve the issue a little bit. Because the webcam we're streaming from right now is the webcam that formerly killed my computer, and now it doesn't. The problem is this camera, if it is plugged into my computer, will trickle drain its battery. And so what I have to do is in between each stream, I have to disconnect this from my computer and charge it elsewhere. And I just forgot to after yesterday's stream. But if I do that, it's fine. I'm doing good, Darebrand. How are you doing? I keep getting the same one about beer and I don't drink. I mean, Darnassus, it just might not... The Skynet may not have enough personal information on you yet to serve you good ads. No worries, Darebrand. I mean, this was an ad hoc stream. I wasn't going to stream today. And I woke up and I saw that I wasn't going to stream today. Woke up and saw that they had dropped all this new spoiler shit. And I was like, oh, I've never done React content. There's probably stuff in here that I need to know about because otherwise it's going to give me acid reflux if I see it for the first time when I'm drafting this set. Balacero, thank you for the 100-bit cheer and for that fucking Bleach reference. Welcome to Dog Heaven, my friend. All right, we're back out of the ad break. What are your feelings on the first place border? I feel like unless that looks a lot better IRL, it's ugly shit. Is that the piss filter that we saw? Because we saw one of those, and my immediate reaction was, I'm going to hold out hope that this looks okay in person. If it looks like this in person, oh my god, that's bad. Oh, Bala, I've been hearing Yami explain what a Bala is when he's fighting Kisuke is one of the parts of Bleach that lives on repeat in my head. So the Sero was like the final nail on the coffin, but when I was trying to figure out how to pronounce your name in my head, I was like, Bala is 20 times as fast as a Sero. Yeah, Twitter, I'm probably going to draft this set. So far, I think draftability of it looks fine.
More crashes,
but let's keep going because we're getting through this pretty slowly.
Crew. The Rocketeer's need for speed.
Okay, whenever this vehicle attacks, create a treasure token. That's, I think, pretty normal. Exhaust, it becomes an artifact creature. This is just Magic 2. We just need, like, I don't even, and again, because I'm worried people are going to feel like it's going to sound like I'm complaining about the card is too good. I don't think it's too good. I just think there's such a clear shift in the design philosophy away from any type of restriction or downside or cards being anything but upside forever. And vehicles specifically did deserve to get like brought into the fold. Vehicles are not jumping ahead of the rest of the card game right now. They're just being brought up to speed with every other archetype that has gone through the treatment of, hey, this is going to work all of the time forever. There's never going to be any downsides. You're going to feel like you have choices, but they're basically just all like a variety of mana dumps, so that no matter how irresponsible your deck is, no matter how unlucky you are, it's always going to do the same thing. Which is great for when the Commander Auto Battler comes out. I'm kind of torn on this exhaust mechanic specifically, and exhaust in general, because it feels like, I feel like this is going to make draft way better. I feel like it's going to make draft way better because we're putting things so on rails and we're guaranteeing that everything gets to work, and that's good for draft. And there's just no, God, old man yelling at clouds. There's just no fucking heart to it, you know?
Led them to develop rocket-powered vehicles capable of incredible
Okay,
velocity.
so you get a, so
But while
turn
they
2 you
initially
play this,
used
then
these
turn 3 you
speed
get like a
machines to
4-3
explore the
or
Omen
whatever.
Pass,
ETB float 4 only for abilities. Exhaust, you can shoot something. So it refunds itself, but only if you're doing like exhaust abilities or they're activated. That could be interesting in draft. I feel like that might be some of the first draft heat I've seen in a fucking minute. I think that's cool. I think that's just cool. I'm not even going to... No. We're not... Hey, elk. Hey, elk. This dog is never... It's not safe to bring dogs close to motorcycles, first of all. So the fact that you would even suggest that you should play Philia to blink this card over and over and keep refunding itself is disgusting. It's unsafe. And I'm going to report you to the authorities about it. Chef Jaxpa, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. I'm going to be mad as fuck when this blows me out on turn 5.
lately,
But
they've
I
been
get it.
far more interested in testing their speed against other vehicles on the open road. Alacrian quick beasts are a
Okay, so Lesnia Commander... And these are, okay, these are mounts. So we tutor and we tutor and we're hardened scales. Callback. They're Taco Belling all the card design now. Everything is just beef, refried bean. It's all just beef, refried beans, and cheese in 8 different tortillas. And I'm certain that nothing can go wrong with ETB effects in white. I don't even, like, that's semi-disgusting, but this is just like Taco Bell energy.
team of beast riders from a small, hitherto
Shout out
unknown
mounts,
plane.
though.
Leading the
Furries
team
are eating.
the odd couple of Caradora and her mount.
Yeah, Chichley, I do get that, like... Because they're already adding exhaust, they're already adding start your engines. There's only so much complexity you can add to the game. But that commander just, like... My literal reaction.
Loggerin, soul of Alacria, is ancient and
Okay, what's Lagoran? Oh, is this a secondary? So flying whenever it attacks while saddled. Okay, more generic. Me when my 1/1 counters go up.
powerful. But after a training
Start your engines, become the monarch, make it daytime, enter the dungeon. It's nighttime. I don't think we've gotten to red and white yet.
Caradora as their rider. The quick beasts are fed on a steady diet of aether, which makes them fast and resilient enough to compete with any machine. Saddle is a returning mechanic first introduced.
Aeon
in
Nova
Outlaws of
Chrono,
Thunder
thank you for the
Junction.
Twitch follow. Welcome to the
Mounts,
doghouse,
like
my
Loggerin,
friend.
are creatures that get a
I don't
bonus
even
when
see. I
riding
want
into
to, like, the
battle.
new cards are
This
coming
set
up
also
often
contains
enough that I don't
15
want to be clicking forward. But it's like, yeah, hey, we get it. It's Selesnya. They're putting counters on things. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on, and then, oh hey, look, callback, because this is Selfless Savior, but it's big, and so we gave it a bigger mechanic than Selfless Savior. Oh, but with counters on them at least. Okay. They put a little spin on that particular callback. Reasonable.
Creature cards with the borderless Rude Rider treatment. Each features amped up racers.
We haven't seen the mono red stuff yet, no.
And mana symbols. The champions of Amun.
Okay, Orzhov. 3/2, start your engines. Art's hard as fuck. Good job, art department. Sack a creature to surveil 1. God bless them for putting a limit on this. Max speed, turn non-tokens into tokens. Fucking callback. I'm disillusioned now. I'm too old. I'm just like, yes. Me when I staple 2 cards together, but I put a limiter on it to make sure that it doesn't break commander instantly. But see, these people don't deserve max speed. These people don't deserve max speed for sacrificing their creatures to Blood Artist. Like them garnishing my wages due to a life insurance policy on some random 1/1 schmuck that they sacrifice to their commander should not speed them up. It should not speed them up. And after that, it's just like, hey, me when zombie, baby. Me when zombie.
Are composed of the living, and the Basri represents the.
Oh, okay, Basri. Ooh, we're bringing Exert back. A 1 mana 2/1. We continue to publish stat lines that would kill pilgrims. We can cycle it. We can cycle it to protect cats. I respect that. Exert him to make a 1/1 lifelinker. That seems fine. That seems like a draft card. I'm not good enough to know how fucked up this is going to be, but I think mono white cat ladies is going to be a hilarious draft archetype that gets spawned from this guy. Like a 1 mana legendary, for sure. Legion Exert means you tap it, but it doesn't untap next turn. Oh, cats already go hard in standard? Mono white cat ladies in standard? Fuck yes.
Living, and has formed a close bond with Zahor after they fought together.
That's just funny. That's just pure comedy.
In the sands of Amonkhet.
Yeah, a solid 1-drop that if you're in a cat deck will do something in the late game. It probably goes, like this probably goes in, not this card, but the one before, goes in every Selesnya Cats deck ever as just a late game, well, second heroic intervention.
The pace of the race forward on their mighty chariots pulled by powerful
oh hey, I love the piss filter. This has to look better in person. No, go back.
Alluring chariots pulled by power.
This has to look better in person because there's no way it looked like that and multiple people in real life held that in their hands and went, yeah. It's got to look fine. It's got to look fine in person. It looks better. They have a video of it in real life later. Okay, that's a relief. I mean, cycling decks, this is going to be fucked up. Even just like decks that want to wheel or discard themselves.
Powerful undead creatures. The Speed Brood are a
Okay, 6 mana 3/3. 6 mana 3/3. I'm trying to not perceive the text yet. This has got to be some of the most fuck shit imaginable. It probably says, like, if it's a bug commander, okay, callback time. If it's a bug commander, it's going to care about how many cards I have in my graveyard. It's going to make insects based off of that. They're all going to have Death Touch. I presume I will then also have a way to either make them indestructible or give them overrun. Let's see. I was only half right, but this is the easiest part to get right. So we make a 1/1 insect. Oh, but they don't even have Death Touch. Oh, wow. They were kind to us. They were very kind to us. So we'll say I was 30% right. So we make a 1/1 for each artifact and or creature card. Whenever an insect you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on them and everybody loses 1 life. See, they don't deserve speed for that, is what I'm saying. You do not deserve speed for that. That's such a bad commander, isn't it? 6 mana is Ish. So Cheechly, this commander highlights the difference between when you need ramp and when you need aqueducts. There's a difference between commanders where your setup for them is playing them as fast as possible such that you can use them as an engine to win the game. And there are other commanders where you don't want to play them until the very end because they are the capstone in your plot to win the game. This is a commander where if you play this on curve, I guarantee you are playing it wrong. If you ramp into Ashik, you are playing the game wrong. Or you're playing this commander wrong. This commander wants you to set up a really powerful self-mill engine. It wants you to set up a sack outlet. And then it wants you to play this and then immediately sacrifice like 20 to 30 fucking bugs. But if you just play it as soon as... It's just a difference in play pattern. Because most commanders that they make nowadays are commanders where it behooves you to ramp into them. This is a commander where it is a big bomb that you have to build aqueducts for. You have to build paths for this commander to deliver its value. But if you set up for this commander right, it will win you the game really, really quickly. But setting up for this commander is just not ramping into it. It's finding your sack outlets. It's setting up a self-mill engine. It's getting other death effects. And then it becomes your win con, which is cool in its own way. But it is just not, okay, I 3 visits, okay, on Nature's Lore, okay, I play Achik. Why isn't this doing anything? If you do that, you're going to be really disappointed. Oh, good. A 3 mana green creature. Trample. Each other vehicle and creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it if its mana value is 4 or less. Otherwise, it enters with 3 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Why are we doing tax breaks for the rich and fucking 3 mana green cards? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing every expensive thing gets 3 additional +1/+1 counters? We're giving every already big green creature a pediment. This art does look sick as fuck though.
Alien. The Speed Brood refused to reveal their
My car needed steroids mauled. You don't. Oh, the piss filter. No, man.
Their desire to become
I mean, you don't get a 5/5, but like you lay this down. I swear to God, every goddamn... Hold on. You can't play this. Yeah, every fucking Karuga deck is playing this forever. They're never going to crew it. It's just going to be one of their many 3 mana dipshit advantage engines. And every Karuga player just plays this, and then the even bigger hippo sits on you.
Speed itself. The Aether Rangers are...
Okay, Simic. 2/3, exhaust, X cost, put X +1/+1 counters on Sita, then you may have the base power and toughness of each other creature you control become equal to Sita Varma's power until end of turn. I think this is going to enter the... I think this is going to enter the annals of Simic cards that might actually be fair. I think that's enough hoops that I'm not going to crash out if I see you do this. Mirror entity once per game, yeah, and it being counter based, so even if you flicker them to get it back, this seems like another one of the Golgari cards where you don't actually want to, like, you want to hold this back and then you use it as a win con, which is, I think, better. I think better than just like nonstop value engine. I'd much rather have commanders lend themselves to play patterns that win the game rather than commanders just being like capitalism, like car factories that just pump out value engines.
Master inventors from Avishkar, who have turned all their ingenuity towards the problem of winning the Aether
Like with
Spark.
Scute Swarm, this
They
is
are
going to be
led by the
disgusting, but
mysterious
so is
masked racer
everything.
Spitfire, whose true
Ooh!
name is Sita Varma.
Yeah, this card's
She
fine.
chooses to keep her identity
Every sense of
hidden
the word,
for
this
the
card is
duration
fine.
of the race. The Aether Rangers are the paragons of the new
What does this do?
Avishkar.
You get a token for exhausting. I'm sure that will literally never be problematic ever. I'm not even going to expend the brain power to try to figure out how. I'm sure this is like somebody will find a way. They're a team. God damn it. Then no. Then
the
no.
Aether Rangers are the paragons of the new Avishkar, wedding reverence for the natural world with the masterwork engineering necessary to harness its most powerful energy, Aether. Fueled by Aether,
Arts once
they are
again
able
hard
to
as
build
fuck. I think the
incredible
arts are
momentum
very
in their
non-magic
quest for
compared to all the
victory.
magic arts I've seen before,
The
but they
Keel
all
Haulers
go
are
crazy.
a
Okay.
rowdy
Oh, sick. We get the dope ass shark commander. Get fucking shit on. I don't care what he does. I don't care what he does. This is my goddamn dude now. 5/4 for 4 mana. We get the good stat line. Ward 2, pay 2 life. Whenever you discard one or more cards, target creature gets +2/+0 for until end of turn for each card discarded this way. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player this turn, you draw a card. I don't even believe in God. The Christians just have dope hand signs. We're so up. Is it goons? Is it goons? We are so up right now. Oh, fuck yes. Wheels in the vehicle set. Don't you get it? This is so fucking loud. I have a question. Can you target the same creature multiple times and draw multiple cards with this? Yes. A lot of people said wheels. My first thought was, well, if I'm allowed to selectively discard, if I just discard one card like 5 times, I still get +10/+0, but then I get like 5 instances of this effect, right? I don't even think it's necessarily wheels. I mean, there's like wheels, but it's also baby wheels. It's wheels and Hot Wheels. I fuck heavy. This is so much better than Riel. This is like Riel, but I might actually play it. And not just because it's a dope-ass shark, but because this card, this is like advantage engine, combo off, ha ha ha. This man is like, I'm a shark and I'm gonna fucking goon you. I'm a shark. I'm going to goon you. I'm going to get a little bit of card advantage. That's my fucking boy. Look how fucking hard this art goes. Amazing. No notes. Hello, Killer Queen. Welcome to the Twitch stream. Thank you for coming by, my friend.
Visited. Under his iron fin,
We're so up.
Adhere to the rules
We're
of the
so
race
up. We have
only
King
as
Shark.
long as
The
they
Is It
must.
players got
Once
King
the
Shark,
crowds drop
dude.
behind them and the grand
What's Sloop do? Whenever you attack, draw a card, then discard a card. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love looting. I love looting. I love that we have menace for no goddamn reason in Is It. I also love that our vehicles look the coolest.
heads into wild territory,
Corvus Rex, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to Doghouse, my friend.
Exploit any advantage to ensure they win, from broadsides to
Smuggler's
boarding.
Copter,
The
but
legendary
it's been on Pimp
Cloudspire
My
Racing
Ride.
Team, our last year's Grand Prix
Oh
winner.
no. Okay. 4 mana Chandra. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose a vehicle. It becomes an artifact creature. You can sack an artifact or discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Pretty normal red looting. 0 mana, make a 3/2 colorless vehicle artifact token with crew 1. You get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control enters. This emblem deals 3 damage to any target. I'm tired, dude. I'm just so tired. specifically in Commander, fine. You play this in Commander, I won't even look twice. Just like real life, the motorcyclist will become a skid on the highway as I drive by in my Sharkmobile. I'm not even going to pay attention as this card becomes roadkill in a Commander game. I'm mostly thinking about 4 draft or 4 standard. It's pretty fair. It's very fair. It just seems like the situations where it can win are so abundantly boring, which is what I hate about Planeswalkers. It's just, okay, I'm going to make a bunch of 3/2s, and then if I have any creatures, I'm probably going to be able to trade efficaciously with you. And then eventually I will card advantage my way to playing well. But because the passive effect is conditional on you already having a good vehicle, it's very far from being super strong.
And the odds-on favorite to win again. Leading the team is newcomer Chandra herself.
Maul,
This
pull up
Avish card
Koth,
native
Fire
joins
of
the crew in an
Resistance, and put
attempt
them
to
next to each other. I mean, they both have little red things around them. Oh yeah, it does give you a 3/2 for that turn. Okay.
win the Aether Spark for Nissa, hoping to give her a chance to walk
Oh,
the
the
multiverse
abilities.
once more.
The abilities don't seem that. Oh, you can search for a mountain, discard it, draw a card. I mean, that seems fine. What if you sit down at a table and everyone is playing Shark? Then we all fucking high five and make out. What do you mean, what do we do? Oh, they are templated very similarly, yeah.
Co-leading the team is last year's
Alright, what's this Boros guy do? Other than wear the fuck out of that suit. Vehicles have haste. Oh, that's gonna be so fine. You know what? I'm gonna hope for the best, and I'm gonna say Boros aggro deserves it. He out here doing Boros things. He's just out here putting rocks on the gas pedals of every car he sees, and I guess rocks in the buttholes of any animals he sees.
Captain Koladin, a native of
Good for
Highland,
him.
someone who has dedicated
Good for
his
him.
life to
Drive
the
more
pursuit of
cars
speed
into the
and
side of
racing
more random
glory.
houses.
Koladin
That's fine.
uses magic to bring his machine to life, investing it with his will. Cloudspire is a high-speed, low-drag team big on professionalism
ETB
and
distribute
pedigree.
2
Their
other
vehicles are built
+1/+1
to awe
counters.
and thrill,
Okay,
flowing
yada yada
across
yada.
energy
Surprise,
projections
surprise.
and
Boros
leaving
is
little
also putting
doubt
1/1 counters
their
upon their
quality.
things.
This
Oh,
set
it's gonna be
also
standard
features two
legal Ross.
commander decks, each of which is
Oh, yeah,
themed
it
around
is.
a plane. The themes are enhanced by plane-specific facelifted reprints.
That R goes hard.
The Eternal Might is a white, blue, and black commander deck themed around
Okay, so we have an
Amonkhet.
Esper
The dead
commander
have
deck.
risen and are
Temet, Noctimun's Will. He is wearing that fucking, I don't know, toilet paper. 4/4 for 5. Vigilance Menace. Whenever you attack, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever you draw a card, zombies you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Me, when I am the Wizards design team and I have tried and failed for the 80th time to make zombies interesting. At least they have an overrun out so that we can get to the next game and ask you to play a commander with some goddamn flavor. I do like the combat tricks. Now Esper has access to some good combat
no
tricks.
longer servants of the living. They are now leaders and participants in Amonkhet's rejuvenation.
Yeah, like fine,
all
strong,
under the
whatever.
powerful
Make
command
some
of Temet.
tokens, cast
With a
Windfall, win the
steady
game.
stream of card drawing and
Okay, other guy. Whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay 3 mana. If you do, create a tap token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. Okay, see, and the thing is, effect is cooler, and he is wearing the fuck out of this outfit way more than this guy is wearing the fuck out of his outfit. This one's better. Yeah, you play this guy, holy shit, we might actually get something cool going. Yeah, Hashatan got that shit on. Temet does not have that shit on. That's going to be totally fucked up. I cannot wait for somebody to pay 3 mana for a 4/4 Valgavoth. How do we make this infinite with Tortured Existence? Elk, it's going to look like I'm banning you. It's just going to appear that way. And like, you're not going to be able to talk in the chat anymore, and you're probably not going to be able to see the stream, but like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Hey chat, how do I unban someone? Okay, I think we got it. You're back, Elk. I have untortured your existence. You can't maul, they're gone forever. I was worried about that the first time. I was like, oh, we'll do the fake silly ban. I was like, what if I fuck up unbanning them?
Discarding that generates zombies and
The 5-star man, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Okay, so Hashatan, immediately cooler, immediately like more stuff to do. I also think I'm gonna go back to Hashatan for a second because because one, this guy truly has that shit on. Second, this is way better than a lot of the reanimation commanders I see for Esper, because it's pseudo reanimate, and the hardest thing I see whenever somebody submits a reanimator deck that is in any combination of Esper colors, it's so difficult to balance getting a good reanimation target, getting the ability to reanimate, and having all of that shit like matter at the tempo of commander. So being able to just discard for like a ton of 4/4s that do good shit, it's going to be fucked up, but like finally pseudo reanimator is going to be fucked up. It's never been fucked up before. It's only been fucked.
That generates zombies and buffs them up.
You could say he has that shat on. He truly does. Elk, your brain is poisoned by building good decks.
Is a green, blue, and red deck based on
your brain is deeply poisoned by building playable decks.
Led by Saheeli.
Okay, new Dimir commander. Energy counters for artifact spells and artificer spells at the beginning of combat. Pay 3. Copy a permanent, but it's a 5/5. You have to sacrifice it. I don't know enough about energy. I believe in this more. I believe in this more than I believe in most other Dimir commanders I see. This kind of looks like Dimir Henzi almost, in terms of like random bullshit go, but it's all massive worms.
Avishkar's Radiant
I would at least consider playing this.
Stockpile artifacts and energy counters to fuel your big moves. Generate copies of your cards as formidable artifact
I think the difficult
creatures,
thing to
then
balance
watch
is
as
going
their
to
foes
be
short
getting
circuit.
all the energy.
Serving as backup is Pia
Oh, and then another PNLR. Okay. Artifact creatures give you 2 energy counters for punching somebody. End step, pay any amount of energy to make an XX vehicle. That's whatever. That seems much less inspired. I like Saheeli much more than I like PNLR. Deo King, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Although it is chill that they gave you like a command zone outlet for I have too much energy and I have no good things to do with it.
You can play early at your local game store for pre-release starting the weekend of February 7th and on Arena February 11th. Otherwise,
okay,
we'll
so we're like
February
3 weeks
14th,
out from that.
when Aetherdrift will be available everywhere. Keep an eye out for the special guest, courtesy of the crew over at Secret
Oh
Lair.
yeah,
And
dude.
if you'd
Fuck
like to
the
learn
old
how to
art
win the
style.
race and take home the
Fuck
Aethers
the old
card,
art style. We
story
riding cat
episodes are
cars
currently
now.
being
Who the
written in
fuck
public-
is that? That dude walks straight out of a Marvel movie, and you can't tell me different. This man was a goddamn extra in Quantum Mania. Ethan Cross, do you like energy decks? I have never played them enough to have a firm opinion. My only experience playing against an energy deck is at a MagicCon. I sat down with a friend who was like, yeah, I'm playing the pre-con with a couple upgrades. And I was like, dope. And on like turn 4, he went infinite and won the game. And I was like, bro, What the fuck were the upgrades? And he went, oh, I didn't actually play any of the upgrades. That told me everything I needed to know about energy.
Online. Buckle up for a death race across the multiverse.
Okay, these are all the guys we've
High-octane
seen.
action and
There's a
adrenaline-fueled
Chrome Mox?
magic
No,
gameplay.
Phelan, I haven't seen that yet.
Ignite your engines.
Hard as fuck. Hard as fuck. Hard as fuck, for sure. You're flying in right before pre-release Earthborn? That's commitment. No, I haven't seen the Fallout Energy one. Oh, I'm playing the Shark Pirate. I'll tell you this. If anybody's going to be at MagicCon Chicago, I will have a Shark Pirate deck by MagicCon Chicago. I'm going to bring the Shark Pirate deck. I'm going to bring my Niv Mizzet Into the Glizzyverse 5-color all Nivs deck. And I'm going to bring a CEDH deck. Balacero, thank you for the re-Twitch follow. I swear that's the second time you've popped up. Do we know what the point of the race is yet? I don't know.
Welcome
to look dope. It's to put goggles down slowly over your face and say it's goggles time.
After show, we're gonna.
So now I think I need.
That got my heart racing. We're gonna slow things down and take a deep dive into the set and the worlds and the characters.
They're broken right here. The headphones are broken like right here, you guys.
To do that, I have 3 fantastic guests with me today. Let's go around and start by introducing yourself and what you did for Aetherdrift.
I do not care about introductions. Oh! I'm not a collector guy. That goes hard. Oh no, he's already developing influencer skull. Fuck you. This is my influencer skull. Replace my brain with this. Because that looks crazy as fuck. That's going to be raw. And I think especially if the piss filter looks better in real life. P-mox! Piss-mox! I'm piss-moxing. Oh my god, if you get the right foil for this card, you can sit down at your CEDH table and say that you're piss-moxing. Fondue, thank you for that $2 super chat on YouTube. I have not seen the anime movie Redline. That's hard as fuck. Rest in piss to every CEDH player's wallet.
Here is one of the special guests.
There's no way this is going to be standard legal because it's a special guest. So this is like big score. Yeah, big score from Thunder Junction, where it's not going in standard, but like I guess maybe they put it on arena, and otherwise it's just gonna look cool as shit.
Mox coming in that borderless and that first place foiling on the right. Chrome Mox is going to be one of the special guests in this set.
I truly do not care about special guests.
Play boosters and collector booster boxes are going to be coming with
that.
A box topper
That's better. It's not good. Those are P-lands. Every island is now a pissland. Every plains is now a pissland. And maybe it's because they just have the like big neon colors behind it. That does not fix the problem I had with it. Gerald of Nvidia, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend.
That has a land in it.
I'm still holding out hope. I think like it could, but that looks too much yellow.
As you see those first place foils pop up, that's where you're going to be getting those. So Chrome Mox.
Like somebody saw, hold on. Somebody just fell in love with Bumblebee from the first Transformers movie, and they were like, we could pull this off. We could pull this off for an entire set, you guys. Trust me. Hear me out. How did Bumblebee got 98% on Rotten Tomatoes? We can do this, you guys. You got to believe in this family. All right. I still... Yeah, I don't think it was the first Transformers movie. I meant the first one that this iteration of Bumblebee was in, which was in like the Michael Bay Bumblebee is what I'm talking about, rather than the first Transformers movie forever.
Very exciting. But
Okay, I
this
don't
whole
care
set
about
is exciting, and
It
it's
is.
meant to
justification.
feel that.
Wanted
Give me
to
the
find
card.
some-
Okay, 4 mana. A 4/4 with lifelink and ward 1. ETB, make somebody discard a thing, but they get to draw. That seems fucked. Draft specifically. That seems this seems, if I see this in draft, I'm going to scream so loud. If I see this in Commander, I think it's probably okay. Every Esper Blink deck is going to have a field day with this, and they're going to hate it. At least one deck is going to find a way to make this an infinite combo win by forcing you to draw your library with infinite ETBs. Because you have to, like, it's not a May. And so either if you do Narset to turn off the draw, or if you just loop through your own library to Thassa's or whatever, it's just going to be, hey, 8 millionth blink payoff, then fucked up draft
We
card.
considered a lot of things, but ended up on the very simple solution of there are 2 colors, they've got 2 keywords, and I think they ended up in a very exciting place, and I'm excited to see what they do in competitive.
Black getting so much
speaking of
lifelink
competitive formats,
recently,
this one looks
and by recently I mean
Oh,
like
yeah,
the last
we
2
felt like blue
years.
and black needed more powerful creatures that also give you ways to control the board and disrupt people, so brought this guy out.
And we should put this is an allied cycle.
Allied cycle. Okay. All right. And then I think this one has.
Oh
a
yeah, you
few-
can self cycle, which is kind of cool. But you don't have to reveal because it's a look at, and so you don't reveal your hand if you target yourself, Drake.
different versions to it as well.
That ooh, that's one of the first cards where I might play that shit just for the art. That feels like Mechazord Yu-Gi-Oh to me. I would 100% follow. I'm not getting the piss filter. I think this is a very rough piss filter. But I am 100% putting on Yu-Gi-Oh cosplay, slamming this into a dual disc, and then pretending that I'm in Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim
Miguel,
in this case.
So we talked a bit about the first place foil cards, but Miguel, I'm interested in that.
Just pretty huge, and
Okay, a 6 mana 1. 6 mana 7/7. Overrun. No take backsies, no preventies. Fuck you, fog players. Okay, that seems very draft normal. A third like must have for every Gruul go wide deck. Sure, whatever. Taco Bell.
it's a battlefield, and yeah, I love the flavor text. of it.
Oh, these look so good. And then what do they do? Yeah, the Menace is crazy. The Menace is going to be really good for draft. Maybe Gruul will stand a fucking chance in draft this time.
Referencing Ren's role in March of the Machine, helping out the plane.
Oh yeah, I didn't even catch. Interested.
What lands do we get? Woo! I can't woo anymore. I used to be able to in college. It's been too long since I had to woo, like, unironically. But thank fucking God. This is great. I'm glad that we get these lands. I hate that they're rare, but fuck it. I'm not yeah. Oh, I do need a soundboard, yeah. Or I need to put a woo. Your woos sound like Bender's Fat Flaps. Epion, it's going to look like you're being banned. Oh, wait. Do they all talk about loot? Oh, God damn, dude. Listen, I like loot. I kind of want to kill him with hammers at this point because they're really just trying to make him. They're really trying to make him MTG's mascot just for the fucking plushie that comes out. No, new loot is not a banger. New loot is going to make me put you in prison. Shut the fuck up. These will be standard legal, yeah.
All of this flavor text is about loot.
I hope that the end of the story for Aetherdrift, even though I know they don't have the guts to do it, is every racer finishes the race, loot is waving the flag at the end, and then every car surrounds him and they kick him to death with hammers.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we're trying to hint that loot is a relatively.
And then he comes back in the next set anyway. Yeah, he's just Pikachu. They were just like, fuck, Pokemon does so good in Japan. We need a Pikachu. We need a Pikachu. Oh! Ah! That's like the fucking... That's like the Indiana Jones treasure chest that melted all the Nazis' faces. The piss portals. Welcome to Stargate, Pissgate 1. I really hope that looks a lot better. Yeah, the Ark of the Covenant. I really hope that looks a lot better in person. That is something else. Okay, West Virginia. West Virginia mentioned. Everybody rise the fuck up. West Virginia has been referenced. ETB tapped unless mount your vehicle. Sacrifice to make a pilot. Okay, I kind of like that. I like specific archetype love on a non-basic land.
Vehicles, the heart is said about vehicles, and so these lands vary.
They have one for every single color, which I like less, but I get it because they gave every color vehicles the set.
Into the mechanical heart of the set.
Yeah, and Yanni, were these always? I mean, these seem to have the exact same text. Was there ever any thought to like varying them or
Of the vehicles that we've designed.
And then, okay, we're getting back the life gain dual lands that entered tapped. That's fine. Oh, come on. These look cool. These basic lands all look pretty fucking real. I think I would be happy to see any of these basic lands. Although I think if you're like a old school MTG art style truther, you probably hate these, but I think these are slick. I think these are goddamn slick. And then 3 seconds later, what happens?
Show off all three worlds. I think that's really cool.
Yep.
Show us. Put Oh
Great.
no!
The island is a pirate wheel.
Fucking come on. It just looks like somebody turned up the saturation and the contrast too much at the same moment. It literally just looks like they took this shit into paint and they took a knob that they should not have fucked with and cranked it all the way to the right. Albino Bigfoot, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Good. I'm glad this one looks ridiculous. Sure, Aether Spark, whatever. I'm still mad at this card, but whatever.
However, the creation kind of coincided with the opening of Omen Paths. So while like the Aether Spark is not obsolete, it's been
okay. I'm gonna skip through. I'm gonna jump in this part because I don't want to hear lore. I just want to hear about why they want to give everybody non-stop card draw ramp all the time.
It also seemed like an interesting challenge to bring it to life as a card. Legendary artifact planeswalker equipment is not a type line we've seen before. No. You got to tell us how this card came
Troper, thank you for the 100-bit cheer.
So this came out a little bit later.
Oh, hold on. We have a blue sky post. Troper, I do trust you. I am going to open it in a different window first. Okay. I am not sold on that. That is much worse than I was anticipating. I think unfortunately, the Pissland joke is going to be completely accurate. It does, like, it is, now again, necessary PSA for the stream. If it looks like this when you pee, you have jaundice, go to a hospital right now. This is not what pee should look like, but it does look gold-esque, but I think the esque part, this is a thing that looks like it should have been an accent thing rather than we covered the card in this. If they had used this for some highlighting, I think it probably could have looked really, really sick. What I'm seeing here is they just like dipped the fucking thing in it. That's disappointing. Which, okay, quick story time about colors of piss. So when I was in high school, I was a very competitive athlete, and at one time I started drinking a bunch of beet juice because it can help with your aerobic capacity. Vast oversimplification. Nobody who knows the science of it, come fight me about it. Because again, I don't want to get into all the details of the mechanisms of how it actually helps, but beet juice can be generally good for you. And I started drinking a shit ton of it, but rather than spending a bunch of money on supplements, I would just juice beets at my house because we were poor, and I would drink a bunch of raw beet juice every day. And after like 2 weeks, I went to practice one day and almost tricked my coach into calling an ambulance because I used the bathroom and panicked because it was pee-pee time and poo-poo time, and it was just bright red. Like, it was like this color. This was the color that everything being excreted from my body was, and I freaked out. I freaked the fuck out. I got lightheaded. I got the vapors. I had to lay down. And eventually, when my coach had his phone out and like 911 dialed, ready to call, I was like, the beet juice must have made my kidneys fail. And he put his phone down and he was like, the beet juice! And then he called me an idiot, and then I went to practice. EMAC GG, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub for the 2nd month in a row. I'm gooning for my king. Thank you kindly. And this is a good time to remind everybody of the Gooning Reclamation Committee, which you are now all a part of. Gooning is non-sexual behavior. I'm tired of how we use the word. I'm taking that shit back. Where is the slide? Gooning is acting in a way consistent with or pursuant to the goals of the desires of the one true goon, Henzi Toolbox Tory. He is now your Lord and Savior. Even if you don't want to be part of this committee, you are being goon pressed into it by having been a part of this stream. So welcome, spread the word. Spread the word. Let everybody fucking know. You can't say goon pressed. You can in the new religion. You can in the new religion. The origin of the Gooning Reclamation Committee is I did not know the word had a sexual meaning. And when I was making a TikTok about my first impression of Aoi Todo from JJK, I said, I think it's really funny how this character's only goal in life is to walk around gooning random people. And the internet took that sentence and did exactly what you think they might have done with it. And I spent like 2 days, head in my hands, being like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? Because I just thought, okay, we have the word goon, which is 1920s street thug. Gooning is obviously the verb conjugation of that. I was right. I just didn't know it at the time. I was right. Anyway, back to
The
this
design
fucking game.
process, when we locked in on really wanting to separate
Cookies and
the
streams,
prizes
please
from
do not
the
ask your mom.
life
It's going to be way too much to
we're
explain.
Going for it, and so wanted to find find a design that captured how epic of a prize it would be, but also something that anyone could potentially attain. So thought a lot about all the ways that a creature could become a.
We thought about all the ways we could capture that this was an epic prize that anybody could obtain, and it is literally just a big fucking water bottle that you smash over somebody's head and mana falls out. It is a $20 Yeti water jug that you can beat over somebody's head to break it open and get $1 million. Crazy.
Planeswalker, and we could show that, but it's pretty difficult.
Team you all spark.
The creature type into a planeswalker. There's a lot of rules baggage with that, whereas this has surprisingly little rules baggage. You could already use a combination of cards to end up equipping a planeswalker to your creature, and the rules just kind of work for that. So this design is letting you to equip it to your creature. That gives the Aetherspark more power, which then you can use for these abilities that are somewhat generic in their output, and I like that just shows anyone could get this power and use it to do whatever it is they're looking to do.
Yeah, which is draw.
I do want to add one other thing.
Okay, I hate that they are right. I hate that they are correct that the best way to demonstrate a narrative power that is usable by anyone is to give the most generic forms of advantage. So we made it boring on purpose. We made it bland on purpose.
On the creative end, like
I think what you may have misunderstood about this card, Mr. Hound, is that the thesis for the design team was saltine crackers. That's the card we wanted to design for this set. But they are correct. They are correct. It's boring on purpose.
We're thinking of...
It's boring on purpose. They fucking got me.
For sort of spurring people to compete in the race. Like, what is a prize that would drive people...
And it does make sense. Like, yeah, everybody... Fuck, they got... God damn it. They did it. It makes sense because generic prize that convinces everybody to participate in this race no matter what their goals or background is. Fuck it. Everybody draws cards. Everybody makes mana. Fine. You win. We skip to the next card. I care not for this 5 minutes of elaboration about how fucking right you are. But everybody... Everybody, golf claps. Golf claps. What's this card? We've seen this card. This is just bad. Seven mana. Valor's okay. Grieffang. Grieffang's flying first strike lifelink. We're back. Grieffang's back. Ratatouille, baby. Ratatouille put a mouse in the skull of that ship yesterday. So crew 3, that doesn't matter. Cycling, when you cycle, make that many pilot tokens that can saddle and cruise if it's too greater. If there was anything in the world that did not need a way to discard itself, holy fuck was it Valor's flagship. Grieffang players did not need the extra little shove of like, you know what? 3 mana discard. Fuck it. Since Aetherspark doesn't technically have an equip cost, can you attach it to the thing it's already attached to with its +1? If it doesn't have the equip ability, it means you can't just move it around. Like, not everything in the game has... You can't just attach stuff because it doesn't say you can't. It has to say, this is how you attach this thing to another thing. And the Aetherspark has that, which is its +1 ability. Its +1 ability is very clear. This is how you can attach it to another thing.
Early on, cycling.
That's going to be heinous. I mean, like, good 7 mana draft bomb nobody who plays this shit outside of draft is ever going to pay 7 mana for it, which is probably realistic, and the lifelink probably makes it more reasonable for standard. I would wonder if, like, I do want to see what vehicle decks people come up with in standard. I'm not going to play with any of them because I fucking hate standard, but I do want to see.
Had cycling in it, and in a place where, like, okay, now the flavor fight.
Hey, look, somebody watched Guardians of the Galaxy, and then somebody watched Guardians of the Galaxy after they had had too much Gatorade. That looks so cool. Okay, so tier listing the arts. Revved up, like 10 out of 10. Every revved up card I personally think is amazing. I understand that it may not be, your slice of cheddar cheese because you like the old Magic style, and I think this is probably just a set you full on skip. I think all the main set arts seem pretty good as well. I really don't like this foil. Everything about this foil and the little bit of in-person foiling we've gotten to see is like, I don't think full art piss. This is the best full art piss has worked. Troper, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Me when the Mexico filter from Breaking Bad is the peak of card design. Yeah. Yeah. Starting column. Okay, Mana Rock, start your engines. I think we've sack for draw to then discard. Also on the weak side, but it's a common, so whatever. And I think we've talked enough about start your engines at this point. One thing we do have to consider is the benefit of running a piss foil in your command zone to inflict psychic damage on your opponents. Like, will it be harder for your opponents to keep track of your board if every time they have to look at your playmat, they just go, dude, you spilled Gatorade on a card. No. Oh, get a paper towel. But the piss bang. Pocket piss. And then you just pull out some of the, like, full art, gold foil lands. All right, we're back to pre-roll time. So we're going to hit one more ad break, and then I think we'll be able to get through the rest after this last ad break. Yeah, so Vulcan, it's a mechanic to reward being aggro. What I really dislike about it is that it triggers on life loss. I think it should trigger on damage rather than triggering on life loss. Because I'm just tired of everybody getting to do every mechanic equally well. I want a little bit of, like, flavor to the archetypes. But they did give a lot of, like, specific archetypes. So that is a bit of an unfair take in the sense that the rest of the mechanics are legitimately narrow for the color pairs. But I do think this should be damage. I don't think you should get to speed up just because I have Anthrax if you're playing, like, Orzhov Ping or, like, Orzhov Drain. No, Killana, I said that at the beginning of the stream, but the more I think about it, combat damage would be too hard. Combat damage would be way too fucking difficult, but there's so much stuff where it's just like, I don't do anything. Although, you got a cut 13 days ago that appears infected now. Vroom vroom. So we're going to hit one more ad break, and then we should be done with ads for the day after that. So subs, let's talk about Hull. And then YouTube, I'll see you all in a minute. Yeah, max speed off combat damage would be a mess. That would be way too slow. But I think damage itself, quite reasonable. I think damage itself is reasonable. It just basically says, like, black drain effects don't get access to this. And I don't think they deserve it. I think thematically they're not. Oh wait, I missed your money, Troper. I'm sorry. Oh shit, Troper, thank you for the other 100-bit cheer. A boss, you've got the accurate depiction of the goon in the Discord and in Girder Goons if you think the slide needs a visual edit. Yeah, where is it in... Where is it in the, Oh, there we go. Thank you. All right, so everybody, God bless Troper and one of his 37... There are 37 different identities. I did that wrong. Well, let me just check. Troper and her 37 different identities. That's why we do pronoun tags in the Patreon, in the Discord. Because I never fucking know. And her 37 different identities. This is the Gooner. This is the Gooner. This is how we do it here, okay? Okay, boss. I'm on it, boss. No problem, boss. Right away, boss. You got it, boss. I'm rolling with you, boss. That's how we do here, okay? None of this sexual shit. Back to the game time.
A treasure or something when you want, and
oh wait, we still have a minute of the ad break going.
We like the idea of 3 legs.
Do we all get kneecapping sticks? Yes, you do get a complimentary kneecapping stick if you pay me $800. Flappies, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. And thank you for that water redeem, Robin Bod. Do I get to tie the cinder blocks? Wolf, if you stick around and you prove yourself and you're my good little goon, I'll let you tie some cinder blocks. Don't. I love dealing psychic damage to elk. Why I got 6 ads. So I run the ads manually, and I just run a big set so that we can have an hour of 0 ads. So I try to time it so that it's like, okay, whatever. Shotgun all the ads. Now we're going to do interesting stuff, and nobody's going to get any ads for any of the interesting parts. Rather than the, like, if you do the auto ad manager, you just have like 1/10 of the audience is randomly getting hockey sticked out of the fucking useful stuff or out of the fucking interesting stuff. And so every once in a while we do just like open the hose, but for the most part, yeah. So thank you, Troper. I apologize for getting those pronouns wrong in the first pass. Let us move on.
Move on to our next.
Damn, me and Mark Rosewater really got the same hairline for real. Nobody photoshopped this shit. It will hurt my feelings too much. But like, this cranium, I think we could do like a face-off with our craniums and nobody would know. Hazard Godseeker, 2 mana, 5/3. What did the fucking what? What did peasants from the 1500s do to you, and why are you trying to kill them with magic stat lines? 2 mana, indestructible, hasted, 5/3. I don't give a fuck what the conditions are. This is a Sakuna ass condition. This is a Sakuna ass condition, whatever it is. Start your engines, can't attack or block unless you have max speed, but you can use it to make things unblockable. God. This is like the most... I'm going to rage quit so many draft games because of this card. I swear to God, I'm going to be in so many draft games, and I'm going to fucking get this dropped on my stupid head turn 5, and I'm going to pass out from rage. Honestly, I hate that red needs it. I hate that red does need it to try to stay relevant in like best of 3 or something. But this is just like, oh, they do random speed bullshit. They do random speed bullshit for a few turns, then a goddamn 2 mana 5/3. Rowan, draft is the main format I play though. Draft is the only 1v1 format I actually enjoy. And so I just know that I'm going to be trying to play something that I think is interesting, and then they're going to go, all right, turn 4, I'm going to use half my mana, and I'm going to play this indestructible 5/3 with haste. Oh, it's so sick that I know that every time somebody resolves it, I'm going to go, it should have been me! It should have been me! That's what's going to happen. Is I'm not even going to be like, oh, card's unfair. Oh, card's too good. I'm just going to lose it in envy every time somebody stabs me with this fucking guy.
To play in sort of a tough
Oh, it
position,
sucks
right?
for you that you play draft.
It's connected to Abishkar by a relatively stable own path.
Go for it. I want no explanation. Oh, that's so hard. Okay. I'm going to upgrade this to the new best execution of the piss filter. Not this one, but the borderless graffiti first place foil. That seems like it's better done. Everything else is just like way too goddamn neon. Use the ad break to take a wicked first place foil. That's gonna be the joke now. Every time I have to have a pee break, I'm just taking a first place. I'm just gonna crack a first place foil. I can't wait for people to try to force a commander deck around this, even though it super does not deserve to be a commander. I've never seen a legendary creature that was more immediately bottom bracket of deserving to be a build around. Oh, I'm gonna. God damn it. It's gonna end up goblins too.
But one of the things that I'll just say the story begins. We started.
Okay,
with
this guy's back again for whatever reason.
Magic is done.
Dude, somebody call Prof an ambulance. I don't even think he likes guns in this game, and now we have rocket-propelled dinosaurs. Bro was ready to crash out over a musket, and now we've got fucking Bazooka Jeff on the back of this dragon. So exhaust, give other things haste, exhaust, make a 4/4. That seems, yeah, that seems like draft playable, doesn't matter anywhere else. Which is fine. I like cards like that. In limited, this seems, yeah, quite good. 2 mana 2/2, 3 mana 3/3 that gives haste, or like, yeah, the curve out on this card is very gross, which is good for draft.
Once per game effects before.
Yeah.
But this is really sort of consolidating it, giving a name to it. And you.
There are other ways.
That's
to use them again
not an. What are we even with the elves now? Like, I'm not gonna be like a fantasy truther. It's just a bad bitch with some goggles on. Sure, it's an elf. I just don't want the elf ball players to have any more. Wait, during your turn, as long as you haven't activated an exhaust ability this turn, you may activate exhaust abilities so that they haven't been activated. There it fucking is. There it fucking is. You guys. Loot's gonna be so fun. At least there's only one. Sylphanis, I don't even think the whole set is spoiled yet. I don't even think the whole set is spoiled. I think internally to this card, this is again like great for draft. For draft, whatever. Being able to put a 1/1 counter on the creature every turn, body that grows itself. I do think the art in general is very good again. I'm tired of elf players getting goddamn everything. But I think the play pattern of, like, we tried to make this interesting by limiting how much you can do it. Oh, actually, because you're in green, you get to just vomit the value forever. I'm not racist against green, Knightsy. I'm right. This is the only way to reuse them? Okay. Emil, yes. If you blink something with exhaust, you can use it again anyway. Oh, what the fuck is this? Okay, repurposing bay. 3 mana, 2 taps, sack an artifact, search your library for an artifact card with mana value equal to... Oh, okay. Oh, hey, reference. Birthing Pod! Remember the good card. Remember when we did new mechanics? We did it for artifacts now. We did it for blue now. Clap! Clap! Everybody clap! Call back, call back, call back! Birthing Podifacts. Crafting pod. I hate this shit, man. Fondue, thank you for the $2 super chat. 3 mana to say we lied to you. I need to see a green play. Oh my god. Doesn't Oswald Fiddlebender already exist? Why is he okay? That is just typically because he's a... Blue is in general going to do a lot more with this than white is. This, in specific context of the set, is going to go in the blue-white commander. And blue-white commanders were already fucked up, but like a thing... One element of power creep I don't like is when they introduce things that are so generically powerful that you basically have no argument against them other than, I'm not like other girls, I'm a Manic Pixie Dream Commander player, I don't play the good cards. And this is one of those cards. We already have a lot of tutor effects in this game, and every single time you add even one, pushes the concentration of effects you just have to put in your commander deck up a little bit. Also, holy shit, Beard Princess, thank you for the raid. For anybody that doesn't know, Beard Princess, this is the Twitch cum person. This is the Twitch cum person. They're my good friend who I play World of Warcraft with. And we're going to be playing World of Warcraft this weekend, I'm pretty sure. So go follow them if you want to hear about cum. They talk about a lot of other stuff. But this is I'm fucking out of here. But this is a running bit where it was just naughty the first time I rated them. But they are a great person. They do a lot of interesting content where they talk about Final Fantasy. They talk about holes. They talk about everything all over the internet. And we play World of Warcraft together. Beeps, come back and look at the piss filters on these cards. So anyway, like the thing, my general gripe with repurposing Bay is I think every time we add another one of these, every artifact deck goes, okay, well, since it's a pot effect, it's not broken because I'm not comboing with it. So I need to have it. And especially everybody who opens one of these is going to fall victim to the shiny cardboard brain sickness. Everybody who has a really low power commander deck is going to open one of these and then go like, oh, God wants me to have it. God wants me to have it. My Arkham Dagson deck needs the help. At least they covered it in piss. Shaded Knight, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Elk, I'm a big tutor supporter. I just am very conscious of at some point it just becomes nonstop tutoring for the one line that makes sense. Like I really like tutoring when you are tutoring for something different in most of your games. I really dislike tutoring when you tutor for the same card every time because you built your deck around a 2-card synergy that you saw on a YouTube short. That is a situation where I dislike tutoring. I love tutoring in a I guess the phrase would be toolbox deck. I love a tutor when you can use the tutor to get a variety of answers for a variety of different situations. Bay does not seem... It seems like you could use it for toolbox, and it seems like it just instantly, hey, artifact deck staple. Everybody's playing one of these. Every single person is playing one of these now. If you are an artifact deck, like if you're an artifact deck, your deck size just shrank by 1 is the downside, and they keep printing more and more and more. And so I'm just looking down the road at the day where the average deck for a given archetype is 5 cards that matter, and then the 94 build around support cards. But again, that's like slippery slope, old man yelling at clouds. We're not there yet. But whenever I see a card, I have a cursed vision of the future. We're still in the piss bay. Okay. Bloodghast. Oh, that looks crazy. What in the 80s van art is going on here? That's going to look horrible. That's going to look absolutely horrible. Alec, yes, your position does make sense. Zilla, it may surprise you to learn that I typically enjoy building decks where the best card is in fact situational. Like the best card is not always a constant in my deck. And if I ever build a deck where the singular best card is a constant, I typically end up not playing that deck anymore. Yeah, if you hate tutoring for the best card every time, the problem is the best card, not the tutor. Yeah, I'm a big advocate of if you find yourself tutoring for the same card every time, cutting that card and doing something different. Okay, so we get Bloodghast in Standard now, which I don't have super strong opinions about because I know very little about Bloodghast, but this art's crazy. A Hobo 8 Jim, thank you for the Prime sub for the 7th month in a row. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. Welcome back to the dog home.
When you need them.
Yep.
We saw in the debut video a black vehicle that has crew 2 and wants you to discard cards. So
I don't think there's too many treatments, Jackal. I just think like there's 3 and 2 of them look pretty rough.
That didn't really make any sense in what we've seen of Avishkar
or Rude so I guess there's even more. This isn't. I thought this was revved up.
Where I could just go to creative and be like, can I have a vampire spirit somewhere?
Called Deciduous Mechanics.
Yeah.
We're still on Bloodghast. All right.
Yeah.
Quag Feast. Choose target creature planeswalker vehicle. Mill 2, then destroy the permanent if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. Ooh. We love planeswalker removal in this house. We love things that kill the Aetherspark. We love killing Chandra. Sorcery unplayable. Damn. They got us. Killed by the sword. No, I'm playing this. I like that. I think that's solid. I think in most situations this can remove a useful thing. Jackal Salad, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Again, I think it looks much worse online than it will in person, but I don't think it's going to look great in person. Ooh, okay, is this new Dreadmaw? 5 mana, 8/8, trample, cycling, when you cycle, make a thing big, give it trample, and indestructible. If you write downside on a piece of paper and show it to a Wizards designer, does their face melt? That is the situation I think we're close to. Like, do they think downside is like saying Bloody Mary in a mirror, where if they do it 3 times, we're just fucking Reddit could have made this card, man. Reddit custom cards and their 1 mana 3/3s, they could have designed this shit. This shouldn't even get cycling. This should just be like discard. You shouldn't get the card. I'm glad that this looks like dog shit. I'm going to be just as angry perceiving this art as I am with the mechanics of you playing it against me. The downside is that it's not a trample and indestructible counter. Fuck this forever. I'm buying a copy for my Henzi deck, and my girlfriend's gonna crash out. Yeah, Emil, they should have been channel. This is so bullshit. You guys can't see it, but somewhere, like 2 miles below this thing's ball sack, there is a colossal dreadmaw weeping as this thing just pees on it softly. I hate. Like, what do 5 mana 8/8 only good things happen to you? This should just say your opponent has to give you a neck massage, bro. John, if blue got a 5 mana 8/8 that said draw 2 cards every time this deals combat damage and it has flying, you would shit your pants. Everybody would shit their pants. And in green, we just blink and go, haha, colossal dreadmaw power creep, and then you die when they resolve it.
Rex. I spent all last night pronouncing dinosaur names for our kids, so I'm
My Gishath deck can't use the cycling F tier card for real.
5 mana with cycling that does a thing when it cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True,
Yeah,
no reach.
so-
I do love the art truthers who are gonna look at this thing. Look how big it is. It's above the flying creatures. No reach. Bad card actually. Unplayable. Unplayable.
Muruganda had a few things we wanted to reference, but the biggest thing of all is just being big. And this card is really trying to focus on that.
Yeah, and like the cycling is just like if we printed a different card that was just the cycling effect, I feel like we would still be like, because if you had a card that was 3 mana instant speed that said put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature, it gains trample and indestructible until end of turn, and you draw a card. I don't think we would think it was like broken, but I think we would be like, I could play that. Okay. I'll pick up one of those.
And dinosaurs.
And
dinosaurs.
Yes,
It's
of
big.
course.
It's a dinosaur. It's got some
different things. You can target yourself.
Okay,
to
we've
get
seen
the card
that.
Collection. You can target your opponent to make sure they don't
Okay,
have
that
no
looks
move-
like the end. I have no need. I don't think you can unironically call a 5 mana 8/8 trample playable. I think you can in draft at least. Like if we're talking about standard, no, but I don't give a fuck about standard. Like I think we can 100% call. And even in Commander, there's plenty of things you can do. Like Henzi is going to love that card. 4 mana, I smack you for 8, I get a reanimation target. Any green deck that wants to just like ramp and then cast Rishkar's Expertise, tremendous Rishkar's Expertise target. What did standard do to you? I just never found it interesting. Even when people told me standard was really healthy right now, when I play it, it doesn't feel unhealthy. It just never feels satisfying. If the Like it feels like 90% of my decisions don't matter and are just decisions I'm making for the purpose of taking game actions. Like I tried to get back into standard with the previous set because I saw Brian Kibler's tweet about how cool standard was right now and how you were missing out if you weren't playing standard. I did like 2 streams where I played standard, and I played, I think half my time was spent against Dimir midrange, and another third of my time was spent against mono black discard. And I was like, yeah, standard's not stale because my deck still has a chance against these decks, but it was just never even approached like entertaining for me. Good night, Darebrain. Thank you for sticking around, my friend. Henzi stays on top of big guys, short Dom King. Hey, listen, not short where it counts. Yeah, Alec, man, it's my broad issue with 1v1. So it's not standard specific. I just generally don't like 1v1 card games outside of draft. Argentorium, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. And then there's more spoilers according to Zilla, who just tried to send me malware. So nobody click on that link. All right, this is the right link. Oh, there was an extra S. You skipped the conversations, but it really sounds like this set was Rosewater's baby and no one pushed back on him due to seniority. There were 5 or 6 times where the other guys started to talk about how hard this set was to design for because of this theme, and Morrow cut them off to talk about how excited he was to come up with the vision. This might come off as a hot take. I think that's correct. I think some of the best things we ever get in this world are when a small number of people or an individual person has an insane vision and a bunch of really intelligent people have to try to herd the cats to make it a reality. I don't even know if that's true, but if that is true, fucking based in my book. If Mark Rosewater designed this set in his dreams, just huffing galaxy gas and yelling about race cars, I'm with it. I'm honestly with it. And if they had to work like day and night to try to make his dumb race car ideas work in Magic, fuck yeah. Like, I think let's go back to this. Sure. So I think we have draftability. Not having played it, being kind of an idiot, but just vaguely knowing how cards do in draft, this looks like 7 out of 10 or better. I think this is going to be better than it is worse. Like, I think it's going to be a generally positive time, and I think it has upside to be super fucking hot. I think Exhaust will at least be moderately interesting in draft. And I think they have a number of ways to go over the top. That's also why I'm doing the plus Elec Man, because I know this isn't the full set. So I know there's other stuff to be revealed. So all of this is going to be with grain of salt. I really think they're just like... I think the things they care about right now for every set is it's draftable, it is playable in Commander, or like every legendary will convince somebody to build around it for Commander. I don't think they give a fuck about the story. I think they just want to hit a couple like emotional high points. Zeldazo2FF, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse. And the thing is, I don't even need to read the story because the story is just, okay, we have a MacGuffin that everybody in the universe wants. Everybody is going to come to the central location. They're going to say, it looks like it's goggles time. And then Nissa and Chandra are going to kiss. And loot is going to be there. That is the Aetherdrift story. I'm sure that there are some callbacks to wherever we last left off on Amonkhet. I'm sure that if we've ever been to Muruganda before, we're going to see something cool. I'm sure we're going to see a bunch of references to characters we know before. But overall, they're just going like, it's just, what's the story? Tropes. Tropes. The vibes are going to be there. Whether or not you like the vibes is probably going to change set to set depending on whether or not you like the hat that they are putting on people. In this plane or in this story, they were putting racing goggles on people. I like those vibes. So for me, good vibes. But in terms of like, story chapters are solid and are clearly building to Karkir an inevitable conclusion to Jace's arc. I guess it's... I will read the story in depth and come back to a more distinct conclusion. Every time I have read the Magic story, it is just the most boilerplate fantasy, and I only provide like half a point for you finished a plot point that you brought up sooner. So when I say narrative cohesion is 1 out of 10, this is probably the one metric where I judge really, really harshly, because I do not give out points in my mind for you being able to walk in a straight line in the story. Like, that is you your story passing a field sobriety test is whatever. Mostly, I think the 1 out of 10 is like, how discernible is this from Wattpad fanfic? And I don't even think it's the author's fault, because I just don't think they invest in the story because it hasn't provided a positive return on investment. So they're like passing the people in charge of the story a cool $15. And they're like, I don't know, write something. Mild cohesion isn't the right word. Sure. I'll just do narrative. Fine. We will change the semantic word cohesion to just overall narrative. 1 point. I will give them 1 point for passing the field sobriety test, and I will give them 2 points . 2 points for unredacting Chandra making out with Nissa. So that is a fair shout that using narrative cohesion was too semantically conflicting. Yeah, 1 point for each lesbian. The rest of the narrative is just boilerplate Wattpad bullshit. Has vibes. So it really just seems like we want the sets to play well in draft. We want to have a lot of commander build-arounds, and we want this to look like a Fortnite collab. Everything else can get fucked. Which I don't personally mind, because that's what Commander was to me when I started engaging with it. I'm sure it will make a lot of people very, very sad. It seems like they're moving on from a lot of like cohesive universe stuff to just, can our story pass a field sobriety test? Do we have big splashy banner arts to publish with every set? Do we have commander build-arounds? And does limited work as a format? And that's it. So overall, I think it's very good. Because like, even though I'm judging the narrative very harshly, I don't really care whether the narrative's bad or good. Truly. Like, it would be nice if the narrative was a banger, but the narrative being bad or good has basically no influence on whether or not I'm going to build the commander. Like, if the narrative was the shittiest thing I had ever seen in my entire life, I'm still building this fucking shark. Where is he? Where is King Shark? He was like way back. I can't find him, but I'm not even going to read this. I saw 6/6, I saw trample, I saw a lot of words that scared me. Reference. Callback. We made this card once and it was really silly. We've printed it now a 5th time or whatever. I love callbacks. There, Captain Howler. Like, I don't care what the story is. I'm building Captain Howler. Catonian, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to Doghouse, my friend. So overall, I'm pretty up on this set. We will see what kind of hats they put people in on the next story arc. But Magic really is just fucking... Magic really is just like, hey, we're all in hats now. Hey, we're all in fucking hats. So Engineer, we might do a future stream that is the Sharkman stream. But we are going to find somebody to raid and end for the day today, since we have gone through everything. Why they make Muldrifter so bad? They made Huldrifter bad presumably because it's an artifact, and artifact players are crazy good at cheating at Magic. So if they made this like cheap at all, artifact players would break it in half instantly. This is just like cute callback. What about the Simic Frog God card? Yeah, well, I'll have to roast it. Oh no! I have chores to do, Elikman. My house is messy. Thoughts on Evil Jacearch? Based as fuck. He should blow up the universe and continue doing what he do with Vraska. So let's find somebody to raid. We're going to raid our boy Kuro Hitsuki. I don't know how much longer he's going to be live, though, because he's been up 3 hours. Oh, they're shuffling up again. Raid message is going to be King Shark Moment. Everybody be kind, rewind. I hope you're having a good week. And please remember to stay toxic. For me, your Gooner-in-Chief. Thank you, everybody who followed, subscribed, and generally kept us company today. We will be live again tomorrow doing Commander Deck Roasts.